Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. As usual, we're going to do a quick recap of what occurred last session, and then we're going to get underway with tonight's session. So team, you'll likely recall when we picked up last session, you guys were in the midst of exploring this interesting location you discovered once you entered the ancient ruins. You had entered the ancient ruins and gotten yourself in a battle. You had killed several goblins along with a goblin spellcaster, and then you started spending some time searching through this one particular box and tried to use a crowbar to break open the lid of that box. Unfortunately, that alerted, making enough noise that a couple of other goblins that were nearby, presumably lying in wait for you, they decided to open their door and lead the attack. You guys did indeed fight the two of them and overall did quite well to defeat them without suffering too much in the way of wounds, damage, that sort of thing. In that room, you found a chest as well as a tapestry on the wall that someone said we should eventually go back and pick that up, but nobody ever actually did. But this chest was locked and it was also trapped. And so the trap eventually was disarmed by Jiro after he detected it, realized that a small thin blade of some kind or small thin object of some kind could be placed in the keyhole. This would cause a poisoned needle essentially to jut out from the lid. It didn't have great reach on it, he was able to tell. So essentially just stood at a distance, triggered the trap. With that out of the way, tried to open it, was unable to as it was also locked. But eventually, Brannick looked specifically under the table and sure enough found that the key was affixed there with some adhesive. Broke that free, was able to then use the key to open the chest and found a whole lot of coins inside, mostly silver and copper. Once that was complete, team made their way over to the other door to the southeast. Opened that using a key found among what was presumably like the boss goblin here, and found a storage area. This storage area contained a whole lot of boxes, barrels, and crates. Team started looking through those, discovered several different things, mostly supplies, before opening one crate that contained a bunch of giant centipedes. Those giant centipedes came out in like a plague and started attacking our player characters. The player characters, however, were pretty adept at getting out of the room, and we had Brock actually stepping into the room, grabbing Aldrin, who was the last one in the room, and bringing him out, shutting the door behind him, which closed off any signs of danger from the creatures. So as the centipedes could not break through a door, the team was able to continue moving on. They found a narrow passageway and saw some movement there, which quickly revealed to be a giant spider of sorts. This giant spider had a whole narrow tunnel here that was covered in webbing except at the ground level, and it actually got very low, shot a stringy bit of web out, grabbing onto Nine Reeds and pulling him forward along the floor, and was going to do some very nasty things to him. The team then kind of trounced through those webs, trying to do what they could to break those webs free, oftentimes getting stuck in those webs as they were very sticky, and eventually able to push through. We had Nine Reeds getting badly hurt, I believe dropped to 0 during this battle, and eventually was restored using some healing, I think potion if I remember correctly. But ultimately, as it looked as though the spider was going to take Nine Reeds away, as it had him bundled up and was taking him up a higher area, we had a shot, and I believe it was Jiro that actually shot, wounding the spider, and then using his newly discovered Sublime Demise reaction was able to kill the spider for saving the day for Nine Reeds. With Nine Reeds no longer on death's door, the team had an opportunity to check out the rest of the area here. Notice that there was a hanging corpse in the webs. Spent some time freeing that. And once that was freed, it cut it open. It turned out to be a kobold that had a little pouch filled with some coins inside of it. The team then decided to backtrack to this other door they had spotted. Saw that there was a little opening in the top of the door. It was kind of barred, like a barred window kind of situation. And inside we heard some very filthy language being spoke in Orc between two individuals. The team eventually discovered both an elf and an orc that were chained to the wall and together, making it where they could barely move at all. They were very exhausted, but they seemed to be absolutely the elf especially seemed very upset at the orc and was asking our player characters to just go ahead and kill the orc. Our player characters decided not to do that. Instead, they freed the elf, learning that his name, at least what he said, was Jalvin. He asked the team to kill the orc, but could not persuade them to do so. So the team freed Jalvin and told him where he could go find some weapons and armor, since the team had recently killed a goblin that had just that armor. And then we had Brannick freeing the orc as well, letting him go free. The team then pushed on past where the spider was, past the webs, found a tunnel that descended down, and took that down to the lower level, where they found a very watery area with a lot of greenery growing out in patches in different places. Eventually, they found that at the end of that sort of long tunnel, there was a pair of bronze double doors that looked ancient. And opening one of those double doors, we saw a bunch of corpses, 6 of them in total, standing in the next room. The team decided that this looked too much like a trap, and with 6 of these corpses, and they themselves a little bit wounded, didn't want to risk any further danger, and decided to call the adventure there and make their way back to Saltmarsh. So as the team closed the bronze doors, made their way back, they discovered the body of the orc near the entrance to this cavern chamber, as it seemed as though Jalvin likely did exactly what he wanted to do the whole time, which was kill the orc. With this knowledge in hand, the team exited, finding themselves back in the ancient ruins after passing through that gray mist type of deal. And once there, they made their way back to the Black Stone. Notice a gentleman meditating by the Black Stone. He seemed to be sort of focused on the stone, but he did engage in conversation with our player characters. Indicated that his name was Orion and that he had been asked to search for Ned, much like the rest of the team had. He indicated that he was a traveler, had arrived in Saltmarsh only recently, but was pretty quickly asked to assist in locating Ned and decided to come this way, though he said he wasn't sure that Ned actually came this way because he didn't find any signs that he was sort of looking for that would indicate that. As the team left the ancient ruins proper then, they found a group of bandits all knocked unconscious, or at least they looked to be bandits based on their attire. And our player character decided to relieve them of a couple of heavy crossbows, make their way back to Saltmarsh, hand those over to the city guard, and then found themselves back in town proper and had a full week worth of downtime to rest, relax, recuperate from their adventures, and decide what to do next. So team, that's my quick recap of what occurred last session. What did I miss that anybody would like to add?
I got one. It was mentioned that while Ned probably wasn't at the ancient ruins, he may have gone to like the haunted like house or mansion nearby that is kind of like a known location near the town.
Yes, indeed. This haunted house has a pretty good reputation in town for being a very spooky place. And yeah, it was suspected that he may have gone there based on some other folks in town having said that they spoke to him, and that's what he said. So it seemed as though after he went to the Adventurers Guild and spoke with Ad Miranda there, perhaps he didn't go to the ancient ruins, talked to some other folks, and decided to go a different direction. But yeah, good addition there, Aldrin. Go ahead and take inspiration. Anyone else?
Yeah, I want to talk about Orion for a second. I don't know. Every word you say, Adam, means something. So I asked him what he's studying, he said I have many martial disciplines. So I took it in my head like maybe we could focus at the stone and learn a different one than we chose.
Very interesting. Yeah, the mysteries of the stone aren't quite known yet. So for deductive reasoning, go ahead and take inspiration here, Brock. Yeah, you'll have to ponder that and figure out if that is accurate or not.
All right, who needs inspiration?
I do.
Okay, I'll give it to 9 reads.
All right, folks, if nothing else, then let's get you guys back over to town where you guys are here in Saltmarsh. Again, it's been a week since your last trip out to the ancient ruins and your last bit of adventure. I could take us over to the calendar if it's really important, but needless to say, it's been exactly 7 days. So each of our player characters has had an opportunity to do something in their downtime. Let's just briefly go through and see what our characters have been up to. So you can just give like a 1 sentence or 1 paragraph description of what you did, just so everybody's up to speed on what you've been doing this past week. Let's go ahead and start with Aldrin.
Aldrin spent the week actually kind of following some voices, and he had a bit of an incident where he fell in the water and kind of ended up in a void, and then found himself surrounded by basically like a meadow, and there was like a creature there that like it seemed like it was gonna end him, and then he was saved by something. So he doesn't really know what's going on, but he ended up getting some powers from it. So we'll probably see some of those manifest in this session.
All right, excellent. A little bit of mystery there, and I presume he has shared this with his companions at one point or another during the week as he's seen them during the downtime. So yeah, let's go ahead and move to Jiro. What has Jiro done the past week?
Jiro's basically just getting settled, so he hasn't really did anything the last week.
All right, fair enough. Just getting acclimated to the town, kind of just trying to blend in and bunking up with Aldrin in his new digs. Save himself a bit of coin, perhaps. We'll go over to Brannick. What's Brannick done the past week?
I've been trying to help my friend find a little bit of honey, find a little bit of dew, little honeydew, helping him, craft some healing potions. Oh, and I was, a lot of people make fun of me, but I was also out on the beach, just listening and talking to the wind. And, I tell you, I'm pretty sure that I think I'm a sorcerer or something. I'm not sure yet.
All right, another character discovering some new powers, perhaps. All right, let's go ahead and move over to Brock.
All right, Brock was feeling good after coming back, making some money. He walks into the pit fighting arena again at the tavern and learned that he's banned. So he was not happy with that. Tried to have a conversation with that, and as he goes to his normal work on the docks, kind of grumbling a bit. During the week, he's probably an ex-girlfriend. That girl he hooked up with the week before wants his attention. He's like trying to avoid eye contact, so he's kind of been alone a little bit, sulking that he's not in the pit fighting anymore, but he's going to try to fix that next week.
All right, excellent. Yeah, discovered that he was banned after he was just a little bit too good at pit fighting the last time, beat up the wrong person. We'll see what unravels there. Yeah, 9 reads. What have we been doing the last week?
9 reads will fill in Griv on everything that's happened, since he kind of looks up to him. Otherwise, just working the docks, moving crates around, and on ships, off ships, whatever.
All right, working as a dock worker then to make ends meet. Okay, excellent. And lastly, Lucan.
Lucan was super inspired by the week and gave him some ideas for some new spells. He spent probably a day and a half running around town to a bunch of different locations getting spell components, and then at least a couple days in his study working away making a scroll. So he's got a couple scrolls in his pack now ready to be used, and getting some ideas from new spells as well. He's pretty excited about getting out there. Used up most of his coin though, so he's feeling pretty poor again.
Okay, yeah, excellent. That's the exact impetuous reason most adventurers are adventurers in the first place, right? Looking for that coin. Okay, appreciate that, guys. So we got a little bit of background on what every character's been doing in the last week. Let's go ahead and start with Lucan. So Lucan, you are here at On the Hook. Presumably, again, since this is your uncle's shop, makes sense that you would spend a lot of your time here when you're not involved doing other things. So the previous day, you spent some time here at the shop and doing some other things as well. Do we imagine that Lucan and his uncle have like beds here at On the Hook, like a small room in the back that they also sleep here?
Yeah, I was thinking more of a little apartment above the shop itself. So probably up in the kind of the attic space there where they each have a little bit of room.
All right, perfect. So, yeah, we'll assume on this day, which is the 19th of the month, You're above the shop apartment complex area here. And as you wake up, your uncle's kind of an early riser, so it's not surprising that you don't see him there. Again, being a fisherman, he's up usually really early and out, jumping in a boat or fishing from the dock or tending to things in the store, prepping them, that sort of thing. So it doesn't seem too surprising. You kind of go about all your just daily routine type stuff. But as you make your way downstairs, it's still relatively early. You can think like 8, 9 in the morning, something along those lines. Maybe you're grabbing a bite to eat, some breakfast, that kind of thing. When you realize it's pretty quiet here in the shop, you realize your uncle's not here. You start making your way towards the door, thinking, well, maybe he's just outside taking care of some errands there, or maybe, he's close by the store and doing some fishing. You're not quite sure exactly what is going on here, but what does grab your attention is you notice in the door, where the door meets the door, the jam, I want to call it, you can see that there is a scrap of paper that seems to be stuck there as though someone wedged it between the door and the opening.
It's Uncle's usually the one to open the shop first. Lucan finishes up the forecast board, and then unlocks the front door to set the board outside, and then notices the paper, so they'll pick that up and take it back inside to read.
All right, so as you pull it free from the door, this is what the parchment says. All right, and as Lucan is reading this parchment just pretty quickly, what do we imagine is going through his mind?
This is very unusual and not good. I think he's going to go flip the sign to closed and relock up the shop and start to hustle into the main part of town, which is a long walk around the bridge.
Okay, fair enough. So with Lucan taking care of those kind of details, let's see who wants to go next. I'm just going to randomly pick here. Let's go with Brock. So Brock, as you've been kind of ducking things, staying low, that sort of thing, occasionally you notice folks around town. You did see one person, and the kind of rumors around town, there always is. You hear like kind of general gossip, that sort of thing. Everybody knew last week that Ned was missing after his mom was so worried and started asking so many different people for help. It came to you just a couple of days ago that he had returned. He is now back in town. And that sort of a little bit odd again that it took that long and where he was. So these kind of questions are certainly running through your mind, but you have heard that he returned. And what do we imagine Brock is doing?
Well, Brock, I mean, he'd be like, oh, well, I guess Ned's back. And he's not really good friends with him. So he's like, oh, shit, I guess we're not going to get paid for that mission. Oh shit, there's that girl. Fuck, I'm gonna duck around the corner and just go home and drink orange juice. So yeah, he might keep it in his mind and go about his regular day, but he's not gonna go see Ned or Mom or anything like that.
Fair enough. Still staying on the down low as much as he can. All right, let's move over to Aldrin and Jiro as you guys are sharing accommodations at the moment. Aldrin, do we imagine Aldrin has parents, any siblings in this house as well?
No, because his parents have just kind of disappeared years ago. He doesn't really know what happened to him, so he's kind of been alone here in the city.
All right, so bachelor and buddy pad. Okay, that works out. Plenty of room for the two of you guys then. So between the two of you guys, again, chatting about your latest adventures and how things went, what your plans are for the future. You as well would hear some gossip along, around town as you spend your time sometime in the tavern or just going about your regular deeds, that sort of thing. You do notice one individual who you didn't recognize at first, but they seem to sort of recognize you. And after you catch up just really briefly, this individual tells you that their name is Terry and they're a member of the Adventurers Guild. And they ask you if you heard about the treasure that was discovered most recently. Because it's currently at the Adventurers Guild. It's some kind of box that nobody seems to be able to open, and it's kind of a curiosity at the moment. So that information gets shared with both Aldrin and Jiro. What do we imagine the two of them are doing?
I mean, I'd ask Jiro, hey, I mean, you're good at opening boxes. Maybe we could do it. You and I, or get the group.
Definitely worth a try, but before we see if we can get some information on what it is.
True.
I don't know what this town has for research material, but if it's just a cleverly constructed box, maybe it's with just a little bit of research we'll find out how to open it.
Yeah, maybe we should take a look and see what it even looks like first, and then we can do some of that.
Okay,
So
excellent.
I was gonna say I think the two of them would start making plans to probably open that.
All right, so do we imagine the two of you guys are making your way to the Adventurers Guild directly, or trying to figure out where you could go to do some research?
If you want to go to the guild, I can look for a good place. You can meet me at the library or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that would work.
Okay, so we will assume Aldrin's on his way to the Adventurers Guild. Jiro, go ahead and throw me a blind history check here to see if you can recall where might be a good place to go to do some research on strange boxes or those kind of deals. Yeah, nothing really comes to mind here, Jiro. You're sure somebody must know, but yeah, you don't recall any specific information about like who might be knowledgeable in this area. All right, so that is Jiro, that is Aldrin, that is Brock. So let's move to Brannick. So Brannick, you've again heard this rumor of Ned being back in town. You haven't caught up with him yet. Seemingly he hasn't really been around town much. Like you heard, yeah, he's back, but you haven't really seen much of him. What do we imagine Brannick's doing?
Well, I actually probably look for him. I mean, I still have an IOU due and everything to him. I mean, he did find me some good boots I needed. So, not in a hurry, but I'll go check him at his house, see if him or his mom's around, see how he's doing.
Okay, so Brannick, you make your way over to the Shake Shaft home where Ned lives with his mom after briefly knocking on the door and his mother answering, seeing you. You see she gives you a slight smile and says, "Oh, are you here to speak with Ned?"
Yeah, I sure am. We tried finding him over there at the, the ruins and everything, but he wasn't, we didn't see him. Hopefully, I'm glad he's okay.
Oh, yes, yeah, come on in. He's been a little bit down ever since he came back. It'll be good for someone to talk to him. He needs a good friend. Come on in.
Brannick goes, well, I don't know. Thinking to himself, I don't know if I call him my bestie or anything, but whatever. That's
right.
in his mind, of course.
Sure, yeah. So you make your way in the house and you notice Ned's mom's got some tea and little snacks and like that stuff ready. You do see Ned. He's kind of just sitting a little bit fidgety at the side of the room here in a hard-backed chair. Ned, I'm going to show this picture to everybody since everybody knows Ned around town. Again, he's one of those guys that a lot of people is, using air quotes here, friends with, but doesn't know why they're friends with. If you aren't directly friends with him, you're friends with somebody that he's friends with. So basically everybody knows this guy to some degree. You'll see he looks over towards you and he says, "Oh, hey there, Brannick. How are things going?"
Hey, doing good, man. Doing good. You had your old ma there worried and everything. She's asked a few folks to go looking for you. We tried, but couldn't find. Where in the hell were you, dude?
Yeah, I know. Just a crazy week, man. Just a crazy week. Hey, Ma, can you head down to the green market and pick up that food I really like? You hear some grumbling, and then ultimately his mom's like, yeah, and you hear her leaving, and you see he kind of like looks at you a bit nervous again, smooths his hands out, and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, it's just like I said, it's been a really crazy week, but I heard that you and some of your friends, you went out to the ancient ruins. Is that right?"
Yeah, acquaintances. Yeah, but yeah.
That's great. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Do you think like you guys did pretty well in there? Did you fight stuff? Pretty tough group?
Well, I mean, we seem to have been able to handle our own, but we almost lost one of the guys and stuff. He just kept on falling, but fortunately, he kept on getting back up too. But I mean, it was dangerous in there. We wound up, deciding just to cut our losses, and we didn't even go all the way. But I mean, tough group. We've got some growing pains, right?
Well, that's really good to hear. So I got myself into a little bit of trouble, just a smidge. I could use some.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's not like me at all. But I could just use a little bit of help. Do you think you and your friends or acquaintances might be interested?
I guess it depends. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they all got lives, man. But I mean, I'm sure I'll see them around. What gives?
All right. Well, just keep this between you and me, right? Just you only got to tell him as much as you got to tell him, right? Just keep it on the down low, okay?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure they're not listening in on Discord. I'll be sure. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. You see, well, I lost a bit in some gambling games. Dice and cards they just weren't my forte this week, man. It just felt like everything was going the wrong way, and well, I did something stupid. I borrowed some money, and then I borrowed a little bit more, and well, it turns out that the guy that I borrowed money from isn't exactly one of those what you would call upstanding citizen type people. He's more like black market kind of guy, and well, things didn't go so well, and he kept demanding his money back, and I didn't have the money, and I tried to see what I could do to make the money, but it's just, things are tough right now. But, well, I took a piece of jewelry from my mom's jewelry box, and I brought that to him, and I thought that would cover the debt. But he took it, and then he said, "You still owe me even more." And it's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. That thing was pretty valuable. So just craziness. But now he wants me to bring the rest of the money out and meet him out at that haunted house. He said I have to come out there and I have to be there within the next 3 days, or he said, or else. So I'm thinking that you and your acquaintances maybe head out there and see what the deal is. I mean, this is not a good guy. He's probably got a bunch of money and stuff out there. Maybe you could get your acquaintances out there, take care of two problems, two birds, one stone kind of thing. Like, you take care of him, then my debt is cleared, and anything he's got out there, he probably stole it anyway. That's all yours now.
So Ned, let me get this straight. You gambled away some money, so you stole from your ma. Then your ma offered to pay for people to go find you. And now your idea is to go ahead and have us go and help you resolve your problem. I just want to make sure I fully understand what you're asking.
Think about it this way, man. You know how there's like rich people in town, and then there's like all the poor people in town? What's the difference between the rich people and the poor people? Those rich people all did shady shit at some time, right? I mean, this is an opportunity to stick it to the rich ones, right? You can go out there, take some of that stuff back from the guy that stole a bunch of shit from people. Like, he's a bad guy. So, like, you go out there, you take care of him, helps me, but it helps you too, right? Like, you get a bunch of stuff, and I get this stuff off my back.
Okay, but Ned, let's be honest, dude. You're also, this is one of those, are you the baddie too, right? Because you borrowed money from a dude you shouldn't borrow money from, and then you stole from your mom, dude. I mean, that's like double stealing when you steal from moms. That's what it looks like.
I just borrowed it from her. It was just a silver hairpin. She's never going to miss it. She doesn't even wear it anymore. Trust me, if you go out there, if you find it and bring it back, even better, but I doubt she'll even notice it's gone.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not really for this plan, but I will bring it up to the other guys, right? And I'll let them kind of figure it out because, Ned, I'll be honest with you, you know my story. And I didn't have anybody or too many people to help me out for years. And now you're just like causing your own problems and you can't solve your own problems. And that, dude, that's just wrong.
Well, I've got another option, but it's really a plan B kind of thing. And I don't really want to do it. So I'm hoping that, plan A, ask for help. That's plan A all the time, right? Yeah. See what they think.
How much do you owe this guy?
40 gold pieces.
Oh, Ned. Yeah,
I know, but everything was against me. The dice were just like every time I was wrong. How can you
don't tell me about bad dice? That's my whole life.
He looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, I know, man, but you just right. I mean, it's just like, how can you have that bad luck so many times in a row? It didn't make sense."
Trust me, I know. I've known for years.
So you can feel what I'm saying then. You have some empathy. Help me out here, man.
I'll talk to the fellas. I mean, they seem like they're up for some adventure and stuff, and who knows. Now, what does this guy look like?
Oh, well, the guy that I borrowed from, well, his name is Edgar. He was kind of like a shorter, fat guy, human, of course, just miserable prick.
Edgar, the short, fat guy, not a dwarf, who's a prick. Okay, great. How many friends does he have, do you know? I mean, when you saw him, I'm sure he's not alone.
Well, he was trying to put the press on me, and he had 2 guys, but I don't know if they were his friends or just like hired muscle or that kind of thing. But, again, it can't be too much, right? I mean, it's probably not that big of a deal. I bet it'd be easy for guys that were able to go into the ancient ruins. I mean, come on.
I'll talk to the fellas, Ned. I make no promises, man, because I'm one of those people that believe you gotta stand on your own 2 feet. Ask for help when you want, but, dude, you handled this all wrong by stealing from your mom.
Well, like I said, I have a plan B. So if they say no, just keep it quiet, right? Maybe just say like, hey, would you guys want to go out there, and don't even tell them about this whole connection, right? Because I'm telling you, there's going to be so much loot out there, I guarantee it, and you'll get a bunch of stuff, right? So just tell them like you got a line on a bunch of stuff, and maybe that'll sell it to them, right? But think about it. I'm just telling you, you can get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'll talk to the fellas, Ned. I mean, the cookies were great, the tea's been great. But I'm heading out.
All right, thanks. Well, I hope they say yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
All right, so Brannick, as you make your way out of the Shake Shaft home, we'll move finally to Nine Reeds. So Nine Reeds, you're here in town with your host family, Kriv. Anything in particular you're doing? You've probably heard some of these rumors as well, both about Ned, about this box, perhaps, at the Adventurers Guild. Anything that is of interest that you want to follow up
on? Me pick up box, me put down box. Me pick up box, me put down. Ned? The Ned back? Oh, that's weird. But otherwise, nothing. I mean, he'll help his friends if he's asked, but he is probably going to stick to himself since he doesn't think that he necessarily feels in place to help with either of those things.
Okay, fair enough. So kind of just trying to stay low and do his typical routine. Yep, no worries. Okay, let's move back over to Lucan then. So Lucan, you said you were heading across the Sharkfin Bridge, making your way to more of the central part of town. And where are we headed?
Well, I'm going to retcon a bit. He gets a few steps out of the shop and he has an idea. And so he turns back and opens the shop back. I imagine, Adam, that he would have collected a few books, whatever he can, that was sort of his jam. He likes to read. Maybe grab one of the non-magical books from his collection and then head back out. And he's going to make his way directly to Hool Watch Tower.
Okay, so you're staying on this side of the bridge, making your way up the path. Definitely noticing some different people moving on by, that sort of deal. You get to Hool Watch Tower after, a few minutes of walking, passing by some of the different locals. As you arrive there, you've seen this before. You know kind of what is going on here. You do see the job board out front, but currently there's nothing posted to it. But yeah, I'm assuming you're heading outside?
Yeah, heading on in and trying to find Elander?
Eleander. So yes,
Eleander.
You are able to find Eleander pretty easily as you enter. You see he's kind of in the main, you could call this sort of like the lobby here of the Hool Watch Tower. As you enter, you see Eleander. You've definitely seen him around town before. He's the captain of the town guard. So again, another one of those guys that basically everybody around town knows to some degree or another. You'll see he's sitting behind a counter here. You have heard, and obviously you have seen this before, that he actually lost his leg, one of his legs at a point in time, and he actually has a finely carved wooden peg for a leg instead. You'll see he looks up as he sees you enter. He's got some paperwork in front of him on this desk that he's sitting by. You see he's wearing these like large spectacles as well, but as he looks up, you see he lowers them and looks at you. Oh, I thought you'd be by before too long.
I had to get the board ready and didn't expect Uncle to be missing. What the hell's going on, Eleander?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a strange thing. I'm afraid to say, Lucan, but this group came by passage on a ship just recently, last day or two, some kind of religious order, and they asked for my assistance. They're looking for a very particular kind of criminal. They gave me some basic details of what they're looking for, and needless to say, your uncle kind of fit the bill. I'm sure he's not really involved in this, but they have to investigate all of the different kind of matches that they can get to rule things out. I'm sure you understand.
Not really. You know Thomas. He's been here for decades. He sells bait, for God's sakes. What kind of a criminal would they be looking for? What details can you share?
Not much at this time. Again, this is a very confidential investigation, you could say. And it didn't say that it was necessarily about him, he says as he looks at you pretty intently. But needless to say, I don't think that your uncle is the culprit, or I don't think he knows much of what this order is going to need. So I suspect he'll be released pretty quickly. Just simmer down and don't worry too much. I can tell you he's not being hurt or anything like that. And I imagine they'll be done with them probably by the afternoon.
Okay. Here. I know you like books. Here, I brought this from my collection. I thought you could have it. Just a token of appreciation of all the things you do around town.
Oh, I see. What do we imagine this book is about, just generally speaking?
It's probably maybe a chunk of history of maybe one of the local towns that's further up the coast.
Okay, fair enough. He'll say, oh, okay. I wonder how this will compare with some of the other books I've read in the similar region. It'll be interesting. I appreciate this.
Yeah, of course. Should I go to the barracks? Could I see Uncle there, or?
Yeah, he's at the jail right now, but I suggest you don't head on over there. You'll just confuse things. Like I said, he's not being hurt, nothing like that, so just give it some time. They take too long. If it goes past this afternoon, I'll make my way over there myself and make sure to, get it wrapped up.
All right, I appreciate that. I'll go get the store open, and you want me to make sure that the shop's open. Anything goes wrong, please come let me know, okay?
I certainly will, Lucan. Best day to you.
And you.
All right, let's move. Yeah, go ahead, Lucan.
Yeah, Lucan. He just heads back to the shop and tries to get the store back open to catch any of the morning fishermen going out.
Fair enough. All right. Let's move back over to Aldrin. So, Aldrin, you're headed to the Adventurers Guild. You make your way inside the Adventurers Guild. Again, you all purchased membership, so you're freely able to enter even the back area of the guild. I'm going to move us over to the Adventurers board real quick. As a reminder, this is the board that's essentially in the lobby of the Adventurers Guild. So you enter, you notice a couple of people about the lobby area. You can hear them chatting with one another. You notice one guy sort of in the corner, looks over towards you, just takes note that you're there, but doesn't pay too much attention, goes back to his conversation.
All right. I would try to see if I can find this box that people are talking about, and see what's going on with that.
Sure enough. Okay, yeah. You ask just briefly here in sort of the main area of the Adventurers Guild. You notice one of the guys that's sitting there. He's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Did you see it yet?
No. Where's it at?
Oh, Thomas has it. Yeah, it's I saw it. It's pretty interesting looking. It's not very big. It's only like I can imagine the only thing that's inside it is like a book, not even a very big book, but it's crazy. It has like a keyhole, but the keyhole isn't a hole. It's like flat, I guess is what you would say. Like imagine a keyhole, but then there's just like metal there instead of like a place to put a key. Is that the strangest thing you ever heard?
Yeah, maybe it's magic or something.
Oh.
Where was it found?
Inside the ancient ruins, of course.
Oh, interesting. What team found it?
The pack.
Are they around?
Thomas will be back before too long. He put it up that notice there on the board, seeing if anybody would come and look for it. But, word's been spreading ever since he posted that. A couple people got a check of it. I think he'll probably be back in a couple of hours.
Okay, well, I mean, I got nothing else to do today. May as well just hang around. What all have people tried to open it so far?
Oh, he's been a little bit cagey about who he let see it. He did let Ed Miranda see it. She's usually pretty good with boxes and stuff like that, but she said she had no clue. Like, it didn't even make sense to her. So, yeah, I don't think many people have seen it.
Oh, interesting. Wasn't anything else going on in here? Or any new jobs or anything? I see there's a couple rewards, but those look like they've been up for a bit.
Yeah, not much has changed really. A couple of groups have gone out. As you can see, the leader changed. The pack took second place now. They displaced Calvin's crew. Calvin's crew went out and they came right back. I heard a little bit about that. They said when they first went into the ancient ruins, there was just like this really bad vibe, and they said, nope, we're not even going any further, and they just left. No one's ever done that before, but that Calvin's a pretty shrewd gnome, so you never know. Maybe he was onto something.
Yeah, I mean, better safe than sorry. We didn't go too deep because we figured it might get too dangerous on our first run. So, we're not on the board. What do we got to do to get on there? Is there like a minimum or something?
Well, what'd you find? What was your best treasure?
A bunch of gold and some potions. Got a potion of like gaseous form, I think, and a potion of reduce that we ended up finding. Other than that, some just trinkets and earrings and things of that nature. Just a whole bunch of gold.
Oh, man, so that's why then. Because you see, the rules they established pretty early on is you got to find like a permanent magic item. It can't be a consumable one, and then whatever your best one is, that depends on where you're at on the board. So you got to find a permanent magic item before you get up there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll find one the next time, hopefully.
Yeah, good luck to you. Alrighty, guys. So, since each of you is kind of doing your own thing around town, I haven't heard anybody suggesting much like, hey, let's get the group together or whatnot. Do we imagine you guys would all meet at a tavern, one of the taverns here in town before too long, just kind of connecting with one another? Was there, after the last adventure, do we imagine our characters here were saying like, hey, let's go again, let's check different things out? Do we like have a group meeting spot? What are we thinking, team?
I was thinking we got together a couple times to plan the trip, so I thought maybe we have a regular night, and it might even be a couple nights a week that we get together at a tavern to plan the next adventure of the oh no, I'm blanking on the name. We're the what's our team name?
The War Warriors.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, so you guys might have noticed around town there are multiple inns or taverns. You got the Snapping Line that's on the east side of the river there. You've got the Empty Net that's on the west side of the river. And then you've got the Wicker Goat, which is more of a tavern than an inn, but the Empty Net and the Snapping Line are both taverns. Where do we imagine the group is sort of making their regular hang?
I don't know, Empty Net sounds like a fisherman's bar, so that's probably where Aldrin would be going.
I'm going to be AFK. I got to find out why the cat is screaming. Be right back.
Fair enough. All right, I've got one vote for Empty Net.
I don't remember seeing the Screaming Cat on the map. Is that a different tavern?
That's a super exclusive club.
Got it.
I'll vote for that tavern as well. That sounds like a good
Tavern, good option.
All right, so we will assume then, after we got 3 votes there, that the group regular hangout is the Empty Net. So as a quick reminder, the Empty Net is known for being a little bit of a rougher area in town. Not that there's, killings or anything like that, but people are a bit more rowdy. You got more kind of like drunks and such that partake here. And when people do get rowdy, it's known that the staff of the Empty Net have actually chucked people right over into the water to let them cool off. So we will assume then you guys, let's say it's this day. So the rest of the day passes as you guys are each taking care of your own personal errands, that sort of thing. But that night, you guys have all arranged to meet at the Empty Net to discuss your next plan. So here you are in the Empty Net.
Adam, did my uncle actually come back in the afternoon, and can you share any details what he was being asked about?
He hasn't returned yet. It's not super late. Think of it as being like 6 p.m. or so.
Okay. So I think I'll share that as far as an update. Share the details with the guys that he was taken in, and the details of the fact that they're looking for a particular type of criminal. They didn't think my uncle was the criminal, but might know something. So it seems very suspicious and very unusual. My uncle doesn't lead a very glamorous life, and besides the days, the only thing he ever does on his days off from the shop is go fishing. So I can't imagine what sort of information he might have. So anyway, I'll just share with the guys over the first beer.
Well, that sucks. It sucks to learn that your dad's a criminal. I mean, that's a tough way to figure it out. But hey, no judgment here, dude. Like, your dad lives his own life. I'm sure he's gonna be fine. But anyway, more importantly, fucking Ned is back. It was all just bullshit, I guess. I don't know. He was on a bender. So that our plan to go catch Ned, you can just scratch that. I didn't even talk to the dude. I was pissed. Anyway, I need to make some money because I can't fight. Okay, so I'm sick of living in this fucking modest home, middle of nowhere. I came here to make some money. So what do we got? Let's go. What do we got?
Hey, first off, he's my uncle, not my dad. My dad was an amazing wizard, so just he's my uncle. I'm sure he's not a criminal. But I do actually agree with you. I'm pretty broke too. I used most of the gold we got last week for making a scroll, and I can't believe how expensive that is. So yeah, I need to make some coin too.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm back. I don't know what that screeching was and everything, but I know it was my cats, but who knows? I do have too many of them. Hey, anyway, I did go see Ned, and I don't know if you guys may be interested, but he had an idea how we can make some coins.
We'll spill it.
Yeah, so to be up front and everything, he's being shaken down by this guy so that he owes some money to this turd, and this guy's shaking Ned down, and Ned thought that maybe if we go rough the guy up and steal his money and things like that, then we can take all that money. He's probably got a crew, and he went to that. I guess he stayed at that haunted house and everything. But I mean, Ned got himself in a little bit of trouble. But I mean, it is Ned, right? And if this guy is I think Ned said that he was a prick, right? So, we could go and check out that haunted house and rough up a baddie.
Hey, Adam. I imagine Brock being fighting and working at the docks. I mean, I don't have a criminal background, but I would imagine he might run into some shady folks in the pit fighting business and gambling business, probably both associated. Would I know anything about this crew?
The guy's named Edgar, and he's not a dwarf, but he's short and fat.
Give me a history check here, Brock. And as a reminder, on this screen, when you're making your checks, make sure you have your token selected on the right-hand side so it adds in your roll benefits. Yeah, the name Edgar doesn't ring a bell to you. Based on the description that Brannick provides, you're not sure who this might be. You do know that there's definitely shady people here in Saltmarsh. There's like a whole underground community of them. Even this tavern that you're in right now is home to several of them. This is kind of like their place they go to for drinking and such. So it doesn't surprise you at all. But yeah, the name Edgar doesn't immediately indicate to you a particular person.
How exactly is this going to make us money?
I guess this guy here has got money and stuff, and so if we can go steal from him, and get Edgar out of some trouble,
So we become the criminals then. Aye.
If you're helping a friend out, is it really a crime? It's all speculatory.
Hey, Lucan, it runs in the family, man.
There's a death glare from across the table.
So wait, Ned owes this guy money? So we
Yeah, he
fixed.
owes the guy some money, a little bit of a gambling debt, So, but I mean, nothing. He told Ned that if he doesn't give him the money, and Ned doesn't have 40 gold, Ned barely has 2 gold, right? And so I don't want to see the guy get killed over some gold. So,
Well, me have this whole bag, like 100 some gold. Why not give for Ned so nobody die and nobody steal?
That's incredibly kind of you, Nine Reeds, but I don't know if that would. These guys are going to jack the interest. Not sure if Ned will ever get under it, but that's really generous of you. I think you should keep your gold. Hang on to it. Jiro,
No.
you were in law enforcement. What do you think?
Every place is different, I guess, but I would say we give these guys a message, and that should be that.
Yeah, they're not going to call the cops. They themselves have an illegal gambling ring and underground, so the cops aren't going to get involved. But we're certainly not going to lose money out of this deal. That's not going to happen. So keep your coin there, Nine Reeds. I'm for it. Let's go steal from the thugs.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe.
yeah, I never
really
know.
good.
I mean, maybe there's something at the haunted house that maybe I don't know. Maybe there's other things too. But I don't want to see Ned get hurt. I mean, he is a turd and he needs to get bit slapped against the head every once in a while. But it's still Ned.
Maybe these are the criminals that the guard's actually looking for. If there are criminals in town, who knows?
True that.
Probably worth checking out, regardless.
Hey, you're friends with that captain of the guard, right, Lucan?
I'm not sure friends. We get along. We've spent a lot of years together. He took it easy on me a few times when he caught me trying to steal a magic item here and there. So he's been good. Why? What's up?
I mean, do they have a Saltmarsh most wanted sign somewhere? Maybe he's on the list.
Edgar? I was in the guardhouse there, and they have a job board up there, and sometimes they do post wanteds, but I don't remember seeing anything up there.
Well, maybe that would make us feel better, right? Do the job for your buddy Alden. Yeah, Ellen, the one-legged guy.
Elander. Possibly. Sometimes law enforcement is not so appreciative when you do the job for them, right, Jiro?
If I put it like that, they don't appreciate not getting the credit.
Well, we're not wanting the credit. We just want the gold. So maybe this will work out.
So we're gonna go rough up some people.
I think so. Hey, has anybody been to the Adventurers Guild? Where are we on the leaderboard?
We're not on it at all. I was just there.
What?
Yeah, apparently you gotta find an actual magic item to get on the list. We didn't find any. Well, consumables don't count. Those potions, they don't count.
Oh, man. Well,
They do have a box there that's locked and they can't figure out how to open it though. So there's that.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe we can take a crack at that, but let's go see if the loan sharks are in the house. If you guys want to bang some heads.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, me? What me do today? Me move 100 box. Very heavy.
That's great.
Well, ain't that special?
Have you guys been to the haunted house? What do we know?
Not much. A couple of kids and I went up there when I was young, obviously, but we only got as far as running up to the front steps. It was like a dare to see who had touched the front door and then run away. But I haven't been up there for years.
I've never been, but I find those things usually aren't actually haunted. They're just criminal dens, and they want to keep people away. Which would make sense why this Eddie's hanging out there. Or Edgar, or whatever his name is.
Well, one way to find out. You guys bottoms up the beer? Ready to go?
Go check it out.
Hey, before we go, hey Jiro, you got a Gatling? What's that hook you throw up and you can on a roof and you can climb up? What's grappling hook?
No, but maybe we can stop and get one.
Yeah, maybe you could rummage through the Adventures Guild. They probably have some stuff around. Oh, you probably got manacles too, because you're a former cop, right?
I didn't see any reason to take those when I left.
Well, I could tell you lots of reasons, but maybe later tonight. So yeah, maybe we could swing by, get some manacles and whatever that hook, grappling hook. It sounds like a weird name for it. That.
What about something to pick locks? Sure, you said you could pick locks, but you didn't have the tools. Maybe have some of the tools there.
Yeah, I could really use those tools. It would help us out.
Well, maybe we stop by the guild. Maybe see if we can crack that box while we're there.
Yeah, I'd love to take a look at that. Make some notes.
All right, team, are we downing our ales and making our way to the Adventurers Guild?
Sounds good to me.
All right, it's right across the street, so it's a very short walk before you find yourself in the Adventurers Guild.
Is Thomas back?
You ask this question, you see one of the guys sitting in the lobby. He's like, yeah, he just got back. Hey, Thomas. You hear a little bit of rustling from the back area. The door then opens, and you notice this man walk out from behind. Some of you may have seen Thomas before, perhaps not all of you, however. Thomas makes his way into the front. You see he's holding this box kind of cradled in his right arm. You see he looks at you and he says, "Oh, are you the latest group that's going to come try to open the box?"
Sure I am.
Everybody's tried so far. No one's been successful. I want to know what is in this damn thing. And you see he sets it on the counter. Have at it.
Okay.
If we crack it, do we get a percentage of what's in it, or?
Well, I don't know what's inside, so it doesn't sound like coins. Sounds like something physical. I can't say that I'm definitely going to sell whatever it is, but we'll come to some arrangement.
Okay. My friend Juro here is pretty handy with a lock. Is it okay if I'd like to do a little bit of a spell casting if there's somewhere quiet I can do and focus on the box?
Give it a shot. We've already had a few different people do exactly that. One of them said they were casting Identify. One of them said they were detecting magic. So far, no luck.
No luck in that they didn't detect magic, or no luck that it didn't work?
They didn't detect magic.
Oh.
Maybe it's some sort of pressure plate or something, or a magnetic plate or something like that.
I don't know who's good at taking a look at these things. Just take a quick look at the box and see if you can figure something out. Jerry, you said you're pretty used to
I think Jiro's that
cracking
guy.
some safes and stuff.
I can take a look at it.
All right, as you get a bit closer here, Jiro, you notice this box is pretty small. Your first thought is like, what could this really fit? It is about the size of maybe half of a book. So like something pretty small must be in there. No larger than perhaps 6 inches by 6 inches, something along those lines. The box itself is very well decorated. You can see that there is a bunch of various like leaves that seem to be embossed on the cover. It is a metal box. The metal looks to be some type of like a deep bronze color. But yeah, you see this very finely designed leaves sort of swirl all around it. In different areas, it looks like the leaves almost line up, and in other places, they're kind of off center.
Is it one solid piece, or is there any moving pieces or any seams
There is
that
a
I can
seam.
detect?
Yeah, there's a seam in the center and kind of goes right to where the keyhole would be, but the keyhole is not a hole. It looks as though the keyhole is blocked by a sheet of metal.
And the leaves are just decoration, or those bronze or paint, or
They look like they're carved into the metal itself, like with a very fine artistic hand.
Jero, look how they align here, but not over here. Doesn't that strike you as odd?
All right, between the two of you, since you're trying to deduce here, I'll allow either Jiro or Lucan to make an insight check here to see if this makes any sense to you.
How's your insight, Rob?
average. I'd say.
I'll give it a try. We'll see how the dice are going tonight. Oh, not good.
Well, that's actually needs to be a blind check, so go ahead and click your token and do a blind check instead.
I don't think do we have tokens to select on this map?
Yeah, we don't have tokens on this page.
Ah, yes, good
I thought
call.
they're on the side. Oh no, they're not.
I did that in the town, but not here. So let me just move you guys back to the town for this piece. I can get them added to the adventurer skill here before long as well. So, Lucan, what you are able to deduce by looking at this is it reminds you almost of like music notes, like indicating pitch and tone, perhaps of a piece of music.
It's almost like a language, but notes. Any of you musically inclined? Can anybody play an instrument?
You saying like it's a song?
Yeah. I'm not sure a song with words, but yeah, a melody.
I don't know. I'm not too musically inclined. Maybe there's a bard around here or something.
That dang elf said he was a bard, but if nobody else has that, maybe try to go and find a bard. I don't know. I can try see if I can try transcribing them, Adam, into like writing them as far as what they would be, just the delta between the different leaves.
Are we assuming you guys are like huddled very closely and being secretive here, or is this conversation you're having at normal volume in the lobby?
Oh, I think if the other groups are watching us, we're going to be trying to be pretty quiet.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, if you have a piece of parchment, you could certainly jot down the leaf pattern themselves if you like.
Anybody think they could hum this in this pattern? Have you any musical training? It kind of looks, from one to the other, and then gets to like 9 reads. Never mind, Brock. Oh no, Brock. Oh boy. I'm not sure if Lucan could try. I don't think he's very musically inclined, but he could try.
Give me a blind performance check as you try to convert these leaves into musical notes and perform a brief tone. You start humming this song, whatever this might be, this melody. You notice that the metal piece that's blocking the keyhole just moves a very slight bit and then doesn't move further. You're pretty confident that if sung properly, there's something inside the box that's like a frequency resonates with it, and then probably slides that piece open to reveal the keyhole.
Did you see that? I think it almost worked. We're going to need a bard, though. Aldrin, do you want to see if maybe we can negotiate a deal? Maybe there's a bard in here.
Yeah, do you have the melody?
I do, and he kind of hands you his notebook that has the melody.
All right, and as
See
you
if I
guys
can-
are chatting, you'll notice Thomas, who's still relatively close by, but has given you guys a little bit of privacy since you said you wanted to huddle. He says, "Any luck? What are we thinking?"
You know anybody you can sing a tune?
You see, he smiles slightly and says, "Well, I've been known to sing occasionally."
Oh, okay. Take a look at this, Thomas. See, they're not notes exactly, but see the delta. Like if you were to pick one to say a middle, and then this one would be higher and this one would be lower. Could you follow this melody?
You see, recognition kind of hits his eye, and he says, "Oh, like music notes. Wow, I did not ever even consider that. Let's see here." And he starts humming as well. And you see he starts humming a bit, and then it's not great at first, but you see he fluctuates his pitch a little bit, and then sure enough, you see that little piece of metal slides open. You see he goes, "Oh, that did it!" And then you see it slides back closed, and he says, "Damn it! Oh, so I've got to try to do this the entire time, and I don't have a key. As one of you good at picking locks, I guess I could ask Ad Miranda."
I could give it a shot.
All right, well, let's do that then. Let's see. And you
Oh,
see,
well, before we start, I think Jiro needs some fresh tools. Do you think Admiranda has some fresh tools for him?
I don't know. I'd have to ask. I don't think she's here right now. You could always pick some up at the green market right outside town.
I'll be right back. I'll go buy some.
Alright.
Is that just like a lock picking kit? Is that something I can just buy?
Yep, they would sell thieves' tools at the green market. They probably don't call them that, but yeah, you know what they are.
Okay. I do not have the price offhand. Do you happen to know? I can just say we do it and I'll
25.
figure it out. How much?
45. I took it off of my total. I had to look that up really quick what they cost, but
Okay, sure.
All right, so we will assume then that Aldrin has ran out, grabbed those, exchanged some money there with Jiro, and you now have those in your possession. So Thomas once again starts singing this melody, and sure enough, as he continues holding the melody as best he can, you notice the little part in the front slides open.
I'll try to pick it.
All right, this is going to be a blind check, and I think we decided sleight of hand is what will work for you for your thieves' tools. All right, you place the tools inside of the lock opened area now, and sure enough, after about a minute of work, you hear a clasp sound as the lid pops open. Both your
Hey.
group and Thomas are looking down at this in awe as the lid pops open. You notice there's like a black felt backing to this small box, and inside you see this.
What is that?
Pretty.
It's like a stone with a bore on it. Or in it.
Well, pick it up. You opened the box. Get it.
I know they didn't detect magic on the box. Could this be magical?
I could try it. I haven't done it before, but I need some time.
Oh God, I'm bored. I'm gonna reach in and grab it.
You notice Thomas's hand is already in there as he picks up the stone, and he's kind of turning it around, and he says, well, what, how interesting. What in the world is this? Thanks very much for your help. I don't know what this is or how much it's worth or anything. How about I kick 20 gold your way as appreciation for picking the lock?
But what if me want? Give you 25 for it.
Well, you see, my group went into the ancient ruins. We had to fight some pretty tough opponents to get this box. So, the box does belong to me. What you guys did was just the service of opening the box, which I very much appreciate. But you can't expect that.
What if we have is it possible that we could say this was found by two teams? You keep your 20 gold.
We get on the board.
Oh, I see. Well, you see, he kind of looks around. You notice some other people on the other side of the room are already looking up and trying to see what's in there. He's like, well, if we had thought of that ahead of time, I probably would have agreed to that, but I think there's already too many looky-loos to pull that off.
What about potion of healing or something?
What about a potion of healing?
You got one? Maybe we'll trade for that. 20 gold
Oh.
doesn't do much for us right now.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, that's more pricey. Aldrin, go ahead and give me a blind persuasion check.
All right. Sorry. Go.
Oof, that is quite pricey. I mean, those things run 50 gold pieces. 50 gold pieces to open a box seems pretty pricey. And I had to do the singing. How about we split the difference? I'll give you 25 gold.
I guess that seems fair.
You see he counts out 25 gold pieces from his side pouch and hands that over. And you see he puts the stone in a container on his side like a small bag. And you see he looks at the box and says, very interesting. Well, again, thanks so much for your help, team. And I wish you best of luck. I'm sure your names are going to be on the board before too long.
Can we keep the box?
You know, the box looks pretty interesting itself. I'm gonna see what else I can learn about this. If I don't have any use for it, I could give it to you at a later time, but it's pretty nice looking.
I'll hand the gold to Jiro, because he spent that on the thieves' tools, so I'll basically just hand it back to him.
Oh, yeah. Lost in that.
All right, Thomas takes the stone and makes his way back into more of the members-only parts of the Adventurers Guild here. You guys are here in the lobby looking at the board, and some of you have discussed heading to the haunted house. Is there anything else to do? You guys all provisioned up before making your way out?
Yeah, can I look, Ad Miranda's not there, but can I look around and see if there's like any, buy a grappling hook here and some manacles?
There doesn't seem to be what you would call like the founders of the Adventurers Guild here right now. So that's the only people that would have access to like the extra supplies. So, but you do know all that stuff that you're looking for could be bought at the Green Market, which is literally right down the street from the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, so we just stop by. I'm gonna grab those two things when we leave.
All right, so you make your way to the Green Market. Feel free to purchase those PHP prices. Anything else anybody's doing before making your way out of town?
Ooh, can I buy some healing potions? I'd get 2 of them.
Sure, they're 50 gold each if memory serves, so yeah, you can buy those.
Perfect. And then, actually, I will give 1 to Brannick and say, you say that for you.
Yeah, you know, I did offer you guys during the week if you wanted some for 40 gold. Glad you paid one for 50, but I'll take this potion back. Glad to help. Not a problem.
I mean, the honeydew ones just kind of taste gross.
I just know a guy that makes them fresh, but you guys like to... That's fine. All good. Not a problem. You like the... I mean, I'm sure he can make blueberry and raspberry too, but, you know, the honeydew sells fast. But thank you, Nines, for the potion. Did I loan someone some a free healing? I mean, loan a healing potion to someone not too long ago? Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Me.
No, I gave you one when you were dead, dude, or almost dying. Lucan, was that you?
It was. I still owe you. I'm a little short on cash this week. I did that scroll. Hopefully we get some cash tonight from the criminals.
Not a problem, Lucan. Just don't forget a debt is a debt.
It's in my notebook right here.
All right. I don't mean to be rude and all. It's just, you know, I mean, I paid for it and you wanted it, you know, that type of thing, right? I don't know you that well, you know.
That's fair. I'll pay you back as soon as I can. It's just,
all right.
This is expensive.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper than dying, right? You know, I mean, that's how I look at it.
I mean, I feel like dying would be basically free.
Yeah, Yeah, there's some truth to that. Anyway, yeah, okay.
All right, guys, if you are all provisioned up, then I will assume you make your way outside of town and start heading to where the haunted house is. So several of you are locals. You know exactly where this house is, so there's no searching for it that needs to be done. It's only a short trip outside of town. It's about 4 miles up the coast, so it's not going to take you too long to get there. You guys are walking for 20 30 minutes or so, making your way and getting a bit closer. You notice the road to the house winds through the rocky coastal terrain, often offering a view of the sea below. Low clouds press upon you. Occasional patches of sunlight appear out over the water. A stiff wind blows in off the waves, carrying the briny stink of churning salt water. Take us over here to our environmental map and show you where the haunted house actually is.
I would equip my shield as we're traveling.
Okay. All right, as you guys are making your way closer and closer to the house, you get there pretty quick. It doesn't take long at all, as mentioned. So as you get there, you notice the decrepit house sits on the highest ground in the area. Around it, a stone wall has crumbled in many places, exposing the interior grounds. An ornate metal gate lies open at the end of the road, swaying slightly in the wind. Wild flora grows throughout the inner yard, but all the years cannot hide the evidence of a well-tended garden that once sat here. Near the house, the rotted wooden roof of a water well rises out of the tall grass. All right, let me go ahead and put you guys on this other map. They have this new feature in Roll20. I think this will work. Put you all over there. Hey, look at that. Nice.
Hey, Adam, just to make sure you notice that but I am keeping my shield on my back, and I did take it off of my AC. So just let you know.
Fair enough.
What time of day?
But
go ahead.
By the time you get here, it's probably like 6:45 or so. So getting closer to evening, but still light out.
We should maybe try to sneak around and see if we can see anybody.
Adam, I got a question about Shillelagh, however you pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes a bonus action to activate. Would it be reasonable for me to go ahead and just keep on turning it on, so to speak, as I'm walking around, or do you want me to wait until I get to combat?
Does it have verbal, somatic, material components?
I think it's got verbal. I can't remember.
Yeah, so it's got all three. So I would say you'll have to do that intentionally, because each time you're doing it, you're making relatively significant noise. So I don't want to just assume that you're, every 1 minute you're making significant noise.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just wanted a ruling on it. Makes sense to me. So, and also, not that it really matters, but I did go ahead and spend 5 gold for the proper staff or whatever. So,
all right, fair enough.
All right, so this is their hideout, huh? Let's see. If I was a underground gambler hideout, maybe they sneak in through the side somewhere, so it's not so obvious through the front door. I mean, why would you hang out in a haunted house?
And I'd also would trap the front door if I was a criminal.
But could go and say, we want to gamble.
We should see who's here, how many there are.
Yeah, a little recon.
Yeah.
I don't get it. There's a door here, the path that's closed, but the walls are clearly have wide holes. I don't get the point of the door being closed.
Yeah, and Ned said that he had to make his payment within 3 days, so they should be here if they're expecting him. So,
well, I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
Yeah, let's try to be sneaky.
Okay, be sneak.
That's a good point, though. That if they're expecting people, one of us or two of us could go up there, cause a little bit of a distraction if we need to.
What's this tree look like? Are there any birds in it?
No, it's like an old dead tree with no more leaves upon it.
Oh, bird.
Hey, Adam, one more ruling as well. I meant to send it to you in Discord over the week, so my apologies. But the new druid, right? So I took the magician part because you could take the warrior or magician, and I took so you get a plus on your nature and arcana. Would you consider that like trained in case that comes up, or just additional?
I would not consider it proficient. I would just consider it a bonus.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, thanks.
Hey guys, FYI.
I'm trying to be quiet as I move around. Just
Yeah. Hey, FYI, if you have a 1 in your red circle, you need to repopulate it. I just noticed that. So if you're able to do the Sublime Demise.
I tried to double check everybody since we had the rollback. I think everybody's is correct.
I have a 1 in mine.
I got 1 and I didn't have it.
Okay, interesting.
Unless you
Spirit.
disagree, but I remember. I think I remember doing it.
I thought you succeeded on one.
Yeah.
I think someone has 2. I can't.
Yeah, I have 2.
Is everybody
Although I
else's
should-
team correct though?
Yes,
Mine's correct. Yep.
Okay.
And I
Right.
can go down to 1 because like retroactively I wasn't supposed to be able to use the 1.
Yeah, it's not going to matter in
and
the long run.
Okay, that's fine. It says 2, and I don't. Yeah, that's fine.
I have a 1, but I think I had a 1, so that's correct.
Yeah, you killed the big spider, if my memory serves.
Me see back door.
All right, as you guys making your way around the wall here, you notice a rabbit about 60 feet to your north suddenly scurries off to the east.
Quiet, quiet.
This where we go?
Yeah, maybe.
There was a door in the front. I noticed windows. Are these bottom floor?
They are,
Ground
yes.
floor?
Yep, and
yeah,
as
the
you look
two
at the windows, it looks like most of the windows are broken that you've seen. So think of these as shattered panes of glass, mostly empty.
Is this a 2-story house? I don't remember.
It is a 2-story house, yes. In fact, if you look at the building carefully, it looks like 2 stories and then a dormer at the top.
Any ledges that we look like we can maybe use that hook on?
Yeah. Look for a balcony.
I see a door up there.
There are some second floor windows as you're making your way around, so yeah, it's possible.
Adam, I'd like to investigate this tree to kind of see if it is strong enough to hold somebody.
Okay.
If somebody wanted to climb it.
Give me a blind nature check. Hard to tell. It's definitely old and a bit decrepit, but it seems like it's relatively sturdy.
I don't know if someone wants to chance climbing this.
Well, what good does it do?
I'd look up at the second floor window. I don't know.
If we go in through the grappling hook, I don't know if every one of us can climb that rope successfully. Looking at Lucan.
I mean, if he's last, you can just hold and we pull him up.
towards the back here, Adam, there's no balconies, but there's a second story window that looks broken?
So from where you're standing right now, to your southwest there, you see 2 windows on the upper level. They both are broken. So if you were able to get up there, yeah, you could. So yeah, if you see where I'm trying to look at 2 maps at the same time, so apologies. But if you look at this area here, this is like kind of juts out from the main part of the building. There's 2 windows, one like more in this area, one more in this area.
Maybe we try one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over there.
All right, so for reference, are you looking more towards the southern one or the more north one? They're about 15 feet apart.
I'll grab this one. If you said there's some there, I don't see it on the map though.
Yep, of course, it's on the second level. Unfortunately, the Roll20 is not good at 3D. But yeah, so think of that pretty close to where that door is. You see a window on the second level.
All right, you guys see me get out the grappling hook from my backpack.
All right, and you're trying
There's some
to lasso it up there?
Yeah,
All right, and I'm assuming you already had rope, but yeah, I probably should have confirmed that.
I do.
Okay, so you tie the rope to the end of the grappling hook, and then you try to lasso and throw it up there. Go ahead and throw me a blind sleight of hand check. Yeah, you lasso it up there, and it lands perfectly. You hear it grab on. You tug it a bit, and you realize that this building is pretty dilapidated. It seems like it holds, but you have a little bit of worry that like too much weight could just pull part of the wall out.
Oh God.
Want me to go up first?
Probably want somebody lighter than you.
Oh.
Maybe we can find something to tie it to, a little more sturdy inside.
You said it was 15 feet, Adam?
The windows are 15 feet apart.
How high did I throw it?
I would say about 20 feet.
Where's Lucan?
Sorry, guys.
I can try to climb it.
Okay. All right, yeah, careful. You know, it might fail. I'll try to lighten the load if you fall.
All right, so Aldrin, I'm assuming you're having both hands free and you're doing hand over hand trying to climb up?
Yeah, I guess I would have to take the shield off and to do that, but yes.
Okay, go ahead and throw me an athletics check. You can make this publicly.
Okay.
All right, you start climbing up the rope. Doesn't seem to be too difficult. You climb up about 20 feet or so, and now you're looking through this broken glass window. You do see that there are glass shards kind of around this area here. Not major ones, but there's always a little bit of risk trying to pull yourself through. You might get a little bit lacerated here. What would you like to do?
I would try to take a look inside first to see if there's anything like that obviously looks dangerous, and if it looks like the coast is clear, I would try to get inside.
On a quick look, this room appears to have been used for storage. A large, ill-made oak chest stands under the window that you're currently hanging out of, its lid closed. Elsewhere in the room lie 3 broken wooden chairs, 2 splintered wooden buckets, and a mildewed sack. Just inside the door is a heap of clothing. These garments have collected little dust, appearing to have been placed here only recently.
Okay, I would try to climb inside.
All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you try to avoid getting cut here on the shards of glass.
Okay.
Oof, you do manage to get cut, unfortunately. Please roll me a d4. You're going to take 2 points of slashing damage from a shard of glass as you pull yourself inside.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Well, before you do that, I would like to... I'll put on my shield, and then I will try to, like, steady the rope by just, like, holding it with both hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to confirm, Aldrin, are you able to see the room now?
Yes.
All right, excellent. And Brock, you're trying to climb up after him?
Yes.
All right, athletics check. That you can make public. Yep, you have no problem climbing up to the edge of the window. Once again, much like with Aldrin, you notice these shards of glass, and you wearing no armor whatsoever, just wearing your, your own clothes here. How are you trying to get through?
I'm gonna carefully get through with a dexterity saving throw that's gonna make me not get wounded.
All right, let's see a dex saving throw. Yes, you managed to do so, twisting your body rightfully so that you don't get cut in any way. You find yourself pulling up into the same room, pushing a little bit past Aldrin here.
I'll tap on his shoulder and say, "Hey, bud, you keep your shield on. I'll steady the rope with my 2 hands. So it's not attached to the building at him anymore. It's attached to me. I might even use the hook around my arm, and use that."
Okay,
I'll
so
take
you
a
pulled it
step.
off from the wall then, and now you're manually holding it. Got it, okay.
If he's gonna hold the rope now, I'll draw my spectral shield or spectral trident, and kind of just stand at guard,
Okay,
like facing the door in case anything comes in.
okay, fair enough.
Me go next.
I motion my hand down in a hurried motion. Just get your fucking...
Okay, me go.
All right, athletics check 9 reads publicly as you try to climb up. Go ahead and roll one
Wow.
more time, because using a rope you have advantage. Yeah, you have no problem whatsoever getting up. Much like the other guys, though, you notice these shards of glass. Are you just trying to nimbly get through?
Dex save?
Yep, if you're trying to nimbly get through, yes. Yep, you managed to do just that. You get through. All right, guys, is each person essentially repeating this same process?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so I'm just so I can move everybody over at once instead of having to do onesie twosie. Let's just have Lucan go first. So athletics check. Okay, you easily climb up. You see the glass shards. You're trying to nimbly get through.
That's a dex save, right?
If you're trying to nimbly get through, yep. Oh, unfortunately not good enough. Roll a D. You don't have armor, so roll a D6. Okay, unfortunately you get cut for 6 points of damage on a larger chunk of glass here. Brannick, it sounds like you're going next. Athletics check to climb. All right, you have advantage because of the rope, so you get up. You see these shards of glass. Are you trying to nimbly go through?
Yeah, but since they've already broke all the glass, there probably is no more glass there left, Adam, is what I'm thinking.
You would think. Let's see what the dice say. Dex save. Yeah, you get through without any problem. And then Jiro, you're doing the same?
Yep.
All right, athletics check to climb. Okay, with advantage, no problem. And then you're trying to nimbly go through the glass pane?
Correct.
All right, dex save. Oh, unfortunately, you do get cut here. I believe, are you wearing leather armor?
Yes, studded leather.
All right, just a D4 then of laceration damage from the glass. All right, that'll be 2 points. All right, let me get everybody over to where you need to be. Okay, so everybody's on the new map. Let me now do this just to make it easier. I can get everybody at one time. All right, so you should all be in this one room now. You should all have vision appropriate. Keep in mind that while there's some light coming in through that window, it is dark in this room otherwise. Actually, I just double checked the settings. So because of the time of day, there is enough light coming in through the window that you can see.
Someone check door.
I'm gonna listen, Adam, for noises outside the door.
All right,
Sneaky.
blind perception check. You don't hear anything.
Sure. Do you want to check that chest?
I'll motion that I don't hear anything. Yeah,
I'll
so go through the stuff.
Yeah, we're going to
Crap.
check the chest.
Okay,
For traps.
seemingly. Oh, check it for traps. Okay, go ahead and throw me a blind investigation check. You make sure you have your token selected when you do that. But I'll take that roll. You don't find any traps.
Okay, then I'm gonna see if I can open the chest.
Yep, it is not locked. It opens easily. You notice that it is mostly empty. You do notice that there is like some cobwebs and dust at the bottom of it, but nothing else of interest.
Nothing in here.
All right, let's sneak through the house. Maybe we can find these people.
And I don't know if this happens to you guys, but every now and again, the doors don't appear on my recording screen. So if you can't see, there's actually a door right here. Hopefully you guys can see that.
Nope.
I see it. It's right in front of me.
Yes, if you don't see it, just refresh and it will probably suddenly appear. It's like Roll20 has hiding doors every now and again.
Okay.
I'd like to check it, see if it's locked.
All right, you test the door handle. It is not locked.
It's not locked.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Long hallway.
Wraps around too.
All right, as you're stepping about, you hear the sound of the creaky, the floor here all around you, the wood. You can hear the sound of it creaking and giving way as weight is put upon it. This seems like a very old structure.
I want to try to listen and hear any voices or any like activity of people or creatures or anything.
All right, blind perception check. You listen very carefully, but the only sounds you hear are of your allies.
Don't hear anything.
I'm gonna test this door to see if it's locked.
The door is not locked. All right, as you open this door, 9 reads, you notice damp mold covers portions of the walls and ceiling in this large bedroom, and rubbish is strewn liberally around the floor. In the center is a single mattress that has been badly torn, from which stuffing protrudes. Under the window sits a large wooden chest, the timbers split and its lid closed.
Chest in this room.
Now remember, we're looking for a stash, not ghosts.
Well, maybe it's in that chest or in the
Look kind of
mattress.
suspicious.
I want to take a look at the mattress specifically. See if somebody was like, storing gold like in it, in the part that's like ripped up.
All right, so looking for something hidden. Go ahead and give me a blind investigation check here. No, it does not seem to have anything hidden inside it, just a standard old mattress.
Nothing in here. I don't know, maybe the chest has something. Sure, that's your thing.
I'll check it for traps first.
All right, blind investigation check. There are no traps on this chest.
And then I'll see if I can just open it.
It opens easily. Yeah, you notice inside is a pile of moldy, ragged clothing and styles that were never in fashion, and you see a bundle of documents.
Ooh, documents. I will grab those documents and peruse them really quick. See if I can get the gist of are these business documents, are these like deeds?
These documents are rotted and stained, and as you try to look through them, it's hard because the ink is so faded. You can't find any kind of real meaning to them. It seems like whatever this was, it's long lost meaning.
I don't think there's anything too important here.
All right. Let's keep going then.
Okay. Hey, Adam, what am I looking at? Banisters to this first floor or what?
Yes.
What does this look like?
Yep, banister, exactly. Yep. So if you were to go south and then look down, you would be seeing the first floor.
Okay. As I pass by, can I listen at that door, Adam?
Sure. Blind perception check. You don't hear anything.
I'll try to open it.
It indeed opens. What was once a fine master bedroom now stands decayed. Some of the floorboards are missing and there is rubbish scattered around. A tall wooden wardrobe stands against the wall opposite the fireplace, its door closed. Jiro, as you stand to there, suddenly the floor gives way. Dexterity saving throw. The floor breaks underneath you. You fall down, slamming onto the ground down below. Please roll me a d6. All right, you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. I can move you maps if you're going to stay down there, but once you land, essentially you can see the stairs going back up. The main room that you're in has a couple of hallways leading up. Are you trying to quickly go back upstairs, or are you trying to stay here?
I'm going to quickly go to the foot of the steps, stay on this floor.
All right, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put you here. So again, basically you fell like through here, and then you quickly make your way over to here.
And then I'm going to just hang here and be quiet.
Okay.
I think seeing that, I would start immediately like, kind of running over that way. Maybe hop over and get over here.
Yep, the hole in the floor is obvious now. So yep, if you're carefully jumping past it, assuming you don't have an abysmal strength, you can pass it without issue.
Adam, I'd like to go ahead and just kind of pause. I know my party members are moving around, but I want to kind of listen to, just in case I hear anything other than my party members.
Okay, blind perception check. Nothing other than your party members, no.
Might not be anything in here. Jiro, get back up here.
I'll
Poor
make
Jiro.
my way up toward the top of the steps.
All right, just posting that description for the room that 9 Reads is looking into right now. I want to make sure you guys have the text for that.
I'm not seeing
Sorry about
anything that's like a gang hideout, though. I mean, you would think they'd have a place where they hang out.
Still
Maybe
a
it's
lot.
down. Maybe it's downstairs.
Yeah, there's still plenty of rooms. Let's keep checking them. I don't know. Maybe there's something hidden in that room too.
All right, Adam, I'm going to
We
say
might
that
be
he
able to-
fell. It was hold up. Hey, Aldrin. 9 Reads. Stop. Okay, Adam.
Okay.
As I see he fell through, I'm going to look ahead for the rest of this hallway that 9 Reads are on. Is there a similar situation that we're about to step into?
Let's see. What would be a good check to see if you can determine the quality of the floorboards? How about just an investigation check, unless you have some reason to think you'd have specialized knowledge here.
No, I'll go with that.
All right, blind investigation. So looking at the, say, next 3 spaces to your west, they look sturdy. You don't see any reason why they would break through.
I just got step on the sides by the floorboards.
Okay. You go first.
Okay. Listen at this door.
Blind perception check. No, once again, you hear nothing. All right, as you open this door, you notice rubbish is scattered around what was once a fine guest bedroom. There is evidence of rodent infestation, and webs hang in the corners. A 4-poster bed stands against the wall opposite the fireplace. Its woodwork is worm-ridden, and the curtains that once screened the bed are torn and stained. There is no bed linen, but the bed is mostly intact.
No one's living in here. This is disgusting. Am I wrong? What are we looking for?
The
I
stash.
got it.
Yeah, it's not here. Go the other side of the
Or
hall.
a way to get to the stash.
What about these rooms?
Yeah, check them out.
I was checking them out. I suspect there's not going to be much in there, though.
All right, Aldrin, as you open that door, you notice this bedroom has no furniture, but rubbish is scattered everywhere and webs cover the walls and ceiling. From the doorway, you can see a glint of light in the fireplace from a small, highly reflective object.
Something in there. That's weird. I'll try to take a look at what's in the fireplace.
All right, go ahead and give me a blind investigation check. All right, you start searching in the fireplace looking for this glinting object. What is it exactly? And as you're kind of like putting your hand in towards the fireplace, trying to see what you can find, see what you see, you notice suddenly as a just massive swarm of spiders emerge from the fireplace. I'm going to go ahead and put us into initiative order.
Oh god, spiders! Not again.
All right, and once that finalizes, as a reminder, let's go at the top of who has alert. I think we have 3 alert people. Let me sort. If you are the top person with alert, please go ahead and say if you're offering to someone else.
I think I'm on top, but I'm going to hang on to mine.
All right, next it must be Brock, I think.
Oh, I thought yeah. I'm gonna offer to 9 reads.
I will accept.
Okay.
All right, so Brock and 9 read swap. So it was Brock, then Lucan, and Jiro. I think you have alert as well.
Yeah, I'll stay at the back.
All right, fair enough. Okay, we are resorted. All right, let me add this opponent. Okay, and let's see. Okay, that is all added. Let me go ahead and change up our music here. All right, first act is Aldrin. So as you're looking around the fireplace here, you notice all of these spiders start coming down. What would you like to do here, Aldrin?
I will attempt to stab it with my new fancy trident.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. You stab into this big swarm of spiders. It seems to connect. Go ahead and post damage. All right, and as you stab out, you realize hitting into a bunch of spiders with a physical object like a trident isn't very effective. You think you've wounded it, but not much.
Okay. And I will, I guess, just end my turn. Fun for that.
All right, next up is 9 reads.
All right, I'm going to move. 5, 10, 15. And I will attack it as well.
Yeah, once again, you swing out into this swarm of bugs. It connects, but again, you're hitting a bunch of little bugs. Go ahead and post damage. Yeah, so it has some effect, but certainly not much.
And end my turn. Oh wait, I guess I can click that now.
All right, before the next turn, descending from above the doorway is a second swarm of spiders. As they come down rapidly from the doorway, they are going to attack out at Aldrin here. Aldrin, I need a defense roll, and unfortunately, these creatures know exactly where you are, even with your cloak.
Okay.
Okay, a 12. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough, as they do indeed manage to bite you. So as they all get upon you, start crawling on your legs, your arms, all through your armor, and bite you, you're going to take 9 points of poison damage. All right.
Yep.
As you are struck by this, Aldrin, what I will also tell you is you realize this effect of these creatures. You don't know why, but it would be very difficult to concentrate on anything while these creatures are hitting you.
Okay.
All right, Lucan, you're up next.
All right. Lucan's going to slide by Brock here. I just see an absolute sliver of them. That's not going to work. He will move all the way over to here and attempt to hit the ones that are coming out of the fireplace. He didn't realize the ones that were crawling on Aldrin. He's going to try to shoot the ones in the fireplace with his Ray of Frost.
Okay. Yeah, that will connect. All right, so your ray flies across the air, strikes into a single bug in this massive swarm, kills that one bug.
Oh. Well, I killed him pretty hard. I'll move my last 5 feet to here, and in my turn.
Okay, next up is Brannick.
All right. I would not know about that single bug thing. But seeing this bug, I'm going to kind of shoot a ray of frost at it, kind of peek over the corner here and see if I can hit him.
All right, you're attacking the one that's just next to you?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and post that attack.
I know it's at disadvantage, but...
You got it. 13, still good enough. Go ahead and post damage. Much like with Lucan, your Ray of Frost hits a single bug and kills it.
Score. All right, and with my bonus action, I'm going to whisper some windy type music, and my staff is going to glow a little bit.
Okay. All right, anything else on your turn there, Brannick?
Nope, so I was just delayed. On my other game, I don't push into turns, so it's like, oh yeah, on this one I have to push, yeah. I pushed into turn, it didn't do anything, it looks like.
You might be having the old one because of the rollback. I'm just going to pass you for right now, but double check the macro meal and get the real one on there.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, I'm gonna step there. I see the spiders. I'm gonna stomp an unarmed strike and slap, stomp, punch at these guys. Here you go. First
All
one
right.
on action.
Yeah, you easily smash into some of the bugs. All right, much like your allies are discovering, this isn't particularly effective with these single target effects.
Okay, and then bonus action stomp.
Okay. Yeah, you hit again. Killing some more of the bugs.
Okay. And my turn.
Okay, Jiro.
I'm going to move here and I'm going to try to attack the bug with my short sword.
Okay, so you share a square with Brannick for a moment, squeezing. You then try to attack around the corner. So this attack will be at disadvantage. Go ahead and post an attack. That is going to miss as you're trying to make sure not to hit your allies and try to strike into these bugs. Not effective.
Bonus action, disengage. And see if this works.
Oh, looks like we had a double click there, so I'm going to move us back one space here. All right, that takes us to these ones here that came out of the fireplace. They are going to attack you here, Aldrin. I'm going to need a defense roll. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough as these bugs are all over you and striking and biting and stinging. It's going to be 6 points of poison damage to Aldrin. Okay, we're at the top of the round with Aldrin.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is bonus action, second wind. Okay. I can't use like an actual action to heal myself or anything, so I think I need to just not take damage, and I'm gonna dodge.
Okay.
And end my turn.
All right, you try to be defensive here as we move to 9 reads.
Okay, I'm going to attack recklessly
Okay.
at these bugs.
Yeah, that'll certainly connect. All right, once again, mighty strike, but single target effect. It wounds them a bit.
Okay, I have a weird question.
I'll try to give you a weird answer.
I know that this is like a one thing, but could I use the Great Axe's property of cleave?
I think it has to be within 5 feet. So let's see, creature.
Just because there's a lot of little bugs.
I got you. No, unfortunately not. They are treated as one unit on the screen.
Perfect. Okay, I end my turn.
All right, we move back to this one. Let's see. He's got a couple of options, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's actually going to turn targets and attack Brock now. So Brock, defensive roll, please. 21. Yeah, that's plenty good enough to avoid getting stung and bit by the spiders. We move to Lucan.
Yeah, Luca's not liking these spiders a whole lot, so he's going to disengage. Action of disengage. Move back to this spot here. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Okay, Brannick.
All right, am I still sharing a square? I can't remember.
You are not.
All right. Well, I'm going to go here, so I guess I am going to share a square. I hate to do that, but it's what I think is the right thing for me to do. And I'm going to hit him with my bucket of quarter staff with force damage.
Okay, you swing out with disadvantage, trying to strike into the swarm. That's good enough to hit.
Yeah, this is the new build dice rolling, by the way, just to let you know.
All right, hoping that this might be more effective. It is not. You still hit and kill some of them, but again, single target effect doesn't seem very effective.
Yeah, but Adam, I swiped across with my, it wasn't like a down, it was a sideways attack.
They like jumped over it, kind of.
All right, so I'm going to go that way there, then I'll end my turn.
All right, next up is Brock.
Okay, I'm going to grab my club as a pugilist weapon and swing out with my club.
Okay. 20 certainly hits. All right, once again, damaging them, but it's not particularly effective.
Reaction kill.
All right, use your Sublime Demise. This works as far as killing them. Ooh, I got to double check the CR real quick.
Oh, that's true.
I think that's actually good enough, but I want to double check. All right, at level 2, okay, your minimum worthy CR is now 1. So unfortunately, these guys don't qualify, so that will not work. They're still alive.
Okay, then I will do my offhand bonus action, not offhand, bonus action on our club attack.
17 is going to hit, and your minimum damage is enough to kill the swarm. So the swarm looks like it's totally down and out.
Okay, I'm gonna move in the room.
Anything
And
else?
my
Brian?
turn.
Anything else? All right, move to Jiro.
I'm hearing that things are going good there. But we are making a lot of noise, at least I think we are. I'm going to stay here, hold an action to see if I see anything that isn't us, and I will fire a warning shot at it, not to hit it, but...
So I believe right now you have a short sword in hand.
Oh, yeah, then I will spend my turn to ready my crossbow. Do that next time.
All right, so you're going to interact with object to sheathe your sword, and then I'm assuming your other hand was holding the crossbow, so then you'll have a readied action for the crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's anything else in your turn here, Drew?
That's it.
All right, go ahead and hit your end turn button. We'll move to the other bugs. They are going to take advantage of the fact that 9 Reeds just reckless attacked, and they're going to attack him. So 9 Reeds, I need a defense roll at disadvantage.
Oop, hold on. Let me select my token.
Oh, that first roll was so much better. Okay, yes, you managed to evade that strike even at disadvantage. We'll move to Aldrin.
All right, I'm going to stab out at these bugs, and I will try to make the attack necrotic if it hits with my trade.
Okay. That is actually going to miss. You do not connect with one of the bugs.
Okay, and then as part of that action, I will stow the weapon so that I can then interact with object to grab the potion and bonus action drink it from healing potion on my belt.
Okay. All right, so you get 10 back. Your turn ends with a free hand and the other hand with your shield.
Yep, nothing else I will end my turn here.
All right, back to 9 Reeds.
Okay, I'll recklessly attack again.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to hit. All right, you slam out with your axe once again, doing some damage.
And got nothing else. End my turn.
All right, Brock, please roll me a d20. These bugs are truly dead. And we move to Lucan.
All right. Lucan's going to move back to the doorway here. See the bugs are still swarming around there. I'd like to cast Magic Missile. I realize I'm only going to hit a couple of them, but it's worth a try.
Okay, go ahead and post Magic Missile. All right, so your missiles hit. You shoot 4 missiles. What you're able to realize is each one of those missiles does minimum damage. That's still going to be enough to kill these bugs. And then based on the number of turns, you guys can stomp the rest of them out, no worries. But I will need a Constitution saving throw from you to see if your Corrupted Caster has any effect.
Do I do that blind or public?
You can do that public. Okay, that will be a failure.
Oh, and I forgot to use my inspiration. All right.
Alrighty, folks, we are out of combat. Okay, as that battle ends, we're a little bit past halfway of our session here. Let's go ahead and pause, take our 15-minute break, and come back on the other side.
Yeah, my dogs were looking at me going, "Isn't it time for you guys to take a break yet? I need food."
Mine too.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
All right, we're back on the other half of our break. It's bit back into our session and pick up where we left off. So, team, you're currently on what they're calling the first floor of this building, meaning not the ground floor, but the first level above that. All right, team, you have just fought these swarms of creatures. As a group, if one of you would like to volunteer to make an insight check here, or if two of you are proficient in, one of you can make it as at advantage to see if you've learned anything about this.
Sorry, what was the check?
Insight.
I am bang average at it.
I can make the roll. I'm just not, proficient, or I don't train in that stuff.
I don't think I am either.
Oh, it sounds like we do not have an insightful party. I'm assuming only good can come of that in the future.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Adam, is this a blind check?
Yeah, let's go ahead and make it blind. Yeah, swarms are hard to kill with the weapons you had. That's what you figured out.
Very insightful.
Okay, so something was shiny in the chimney, right?
I think so. Do we still see something shiny?
You do, yes.
Can we grab it?
You reach your hand in once again, hoping there's no more spiders up above, and there's not. You find a small crystal bauble, and it's a flat-bottomed crystal orb that's pleasant to look at and tactilely satisfying to hold.
Hey, Lucan, what's this thing?
Is Lucan back?
He might not be.
Looks
Well,
like
that was worth it.
Yeah, I counted myself in the back. So Lucan says, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll put it in my bag. Is there a description, or what should I add? My
Small
inventory?
crystal bauble is what I'd go with.
AKA Spider Horde.
All right, with that on board.
I can identify that later on. Probably not the best thing to do here, but if you give it to me, I can take it back.
Okay.
Okay, Adam, I'm gonna look down the hallway. I'm gonna see if I can see if there's any wobbly boards.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check, blind. Not that you see.
All right, I'm gonna try to step on the floorboard edges of it. And I'm listening at this door.
All right, blind perception check. It is quiet.
I guess I gotta open one door eventually. Here it is.
All right, as you open this door and look inside, this room appears to be another dirty, decaying bedroom without furniture. Even viewed from the doorway, it's evident that the floor in here does not look safe. Some of the floorboards are missing and others are partially dislodged.
What's in the middle of the room there?
Dislodged floorboard.
Oh. Empty room, looks dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna carefully walk to this one. Now, are there opposing doors coming up? Because I do see the map looks different on the north.
That's a window, but there's nothing to see outside.
Carefully walking here.
All right, you open this door, and it looks like another obviously damaged floor in this room. Other than that, you see like a bench on the side of the room, but nothing of interest.
All right, let's just get downstairs. I'm bored.
Okay.
Adam, I'm going to look in this last room here and just, even though it's a poorly maintained room. I just want to see if maybe there's like footprints or anything in all this dust and clutter.
Okay, blind survival check. Not right here, but you definitely spot as you start looking around your immediate vicinity that there are footprints that are here that kind of lead this way.
Yeah, that's where we're going, bud.
Adam, I'm going to check in this room and do the same thing because those footprints got to come from somewhere.
You, without needing to make a check, do notice that some of those footprints go in this room as well. They kind of go like this. And you see that path is the footprints.
Hey, guys, I think this looks suspicious. I'm going to go check this room out.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Adam, I'd like to investigate the room to see if the floorboards look safe or to kind of make sure that footprint is where it's safe and things.
Let me remind you quickly of the description of this room.
Yeah, I'm talking about specifically where the footprints are.
Okay, sure. Give me a blind investigation check.
Yeah, that's easy. I went to investigation school.
Nice. Hey, maybe we should tie a rope.
Best as you can tell, the area that the footprints go are sturdy.
Should maybe tie a rope around you and one of us in case you fall through and pull
No,
you back
he's
up.
following footprints. He should be fine.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't? What if he falls?
Oh.
Adam, do the footprints continue going down to basically my south, or do they turn in at all?
South and then southeast.
And what is this here, if I could ask, please, Mr. DM?
A broken open window that looks out on the outside grounds of the building.
I want to examine the footprints, kind of get an idea if, man or goblin, three-toed fig tree, I don't know.
What about
Blind
what direction?
investigation check as you investigate this area for any kind of understanding of what's going on here.
I'll click my
Blind
token.
investigation.
Yeah, I'll click my button. I click on my token this time. Whoops.
Blind investigation.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not. Oh, yeah, sorry. Whoops, I know why exactly. Don't need to tell me 4 times. That's for sure.
All right. Unfortunately, you wouldn't believe how bad your third roll was, but yeah, you see that the footprints lead right here to the window. Your only conclusion that you draw is somebody's coming here and looking out the window. You don't notice anything else based on your investigation.
Yeah, my investigation school didn't do too well.
Are these footprints going both directions or just one?
They go from the west into the room as best as you can tell from what Brannick has described.
Okay.
All right, I gotta look out this window, Adam, just to kind of get an idea.
You look outside, you can see the cliff and then the sea beyond.
So this is their hideout, and that's a watching post. So they're not here right now.
Yeah, maybe. We should head downstairs and see what's there.
Yeah, come on. Hey, Brennick, let's go.
Yeah,
You see
let's go.
Yeah, you don't see anything? Let's go. Smart. Good move. Wow, you're such a good investigator.
Well, gotta be good at something, right?
All right, Jiro, once you get down there, I'm going to ask you to hold up. Rest of the team, if you're making your way down, is everybody going down to the first floor using these stairs?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, just
Good,
hold
yes.
one moment. I'm just going to quickly move us all to there. All right, so you should find yourself at the base of the stairs now that you've just come down from. All right, and now that you're in this room proper, let me give you a quick description. The front door opens into a musty, dirty entrance hall. To your left, so assume you're looking at this from the door. To your left, a corridor leads into the west wing of the house. The walls are bare and bits of smashed furniture lie upon the floor. Ahead of you, another corridor leads toward the rear of the house. A staircase on the eastern wall climbs to the next story, reaching it at a balcony that overlooks the entrance hall along its north and west sides. The stairs appear safe to climb, though the balcony rail is broken in several places. Under the stairs at the north end of the hall, a third corridor leads east.
We should check these hallways, I guess. I would like to listen and see if I can hear anything through the doorway.
All right, blind perception check. You do not hear anything in there, Aldrin.
Alright, try to open the door.
As you peek in this room was once a library with bookshelves around the walls. Most of the shelves are broken, and in many places they have come away from the wall. The few shelves still intact are empty, but a pile of books rests in the southwest corner.
There's some books in here.
Isn't this place supposed to be haunted? I think that's bullshit.
Ooh, books. I like books. Can I see the books?
Sure.
Yeah, step on in, wizard boy.
Yeah, so Lucan will take a look at the books and see if there's anything of interest. Arcane, historic, anything?
There are 3 books here. You look at each of the covers and associated titles. They are The Magical Properties of Gemstones by the Archmage Tensor, The Magical Properties of Herbs and Flowers by the Archmage Tensor, and The Metaphysics of Mathematics by the Mage Nystel.
I will take all 3 of those.
Hey, Lucan, why don't you put your hand up the chimney?
No, that didn't end well. I don't think that's a good idea. But
No, it's not. I'm just fucking with you.
saw it off.
Alright, well, there's another room here. Let's check this one out.
All right, as you open this door, this room was once a writing room or study. Against the wall under the window sits a large wooden writing desk, partially broken and riddled with damp rot. There are 3 drawers at each side of the desk and a large central drawer. The latter is closed, but the others are all open, and 2 of them have been broken open forcibly, excuse me.
There's a couple of drawers in here. I don't know if we want to check them out or not. Probably already been looted.
Yeah, probably needs a crowbar to get the one that's closed, but let's go.
Who's got one?
Hey, Jiro, you got a crowbar, I think. We used one earlier.
Yeah, I
last
got
week.
a crowbar.
Yeah. Well, if I need a is this the desk here, Adam?
Yes, that is.
I'm gonna open the drawer that's closed.
Okay, so you notice that this is a thin line that separates the drawer from the actual desk itself. You're not sure that a crowbar is going to be able to fit inside.
So it doesn't open.
Well, it might. What about like is it keyed? Might be a job for thieves' tools.
Yeah, I meant, Adam, I just tried to open it with bigger effort.
Oh, I see. So you're just using your hand and trying to pull it open. You determine that it is locked.
Okay, hey, it's locked. Hey, let me get the crowbar's not gonna work. I guess you gotta use your fancy backpack.
Where are the keys? I'll give it a try.
All right, blind sleight of hand check. With a little bit of work here, the drawer pops open, and you notice immediately that it contains a bunch of old documents.
Papers. I'll rifle through the papers. See
This-
what kind of papers these are.
They're all written in common. They look to be like receipts or purchases of various chemicals and laboratory equipment. Nothing that seems to be of interest.
Hey guys,
Um,
they're not here. Maybe they're coming later tonight. We lay in wait.
Yeah, maybe. We should check out the rest of the rooms, though, before. See if there's anything useful. Go ahead, open that door.
If we
Okay.
can take their stash before they're even here, even better. We don't have to fight.
All right, as you open this door, you notice a door in the north wall leads into a small patio, the paving cracked and overrun with weeds. Other than a pile of refuse in the southeast corner, the room is bare.
Well, that's it on this side.
Should I check for like footprints again? See if maybe they've been, you know.
Yeah.
All
Maybe
right,
we
if
could
you're
see what
looking
room-
around for signs of footprints, Brannick, go ahead and give me a blind survival check.
I'm gonna look out the front doors at him and keep an eye out.
Brannick, you definitely notice footprints in this area as well. They seem to have led down this hallway and then they go over to this direction.
Yeah, maybe we follow the footprints and see what rooms they're actually using. You know.
Maybe there's a secret door or something.
Yep. Adam, to the west, is that closer towards the outside?
You can see windows there, so yes, the windows lead outside if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I think that's where the front door is. Okay. Adam, I'm going to follow the footprints as best I can.
They seem to go to the front door.
I mean, on this going east. I mean.
They go to the front door.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was thinking the front door was on the other side. Yeah, you want to go check out the other way?
Might as
Yep,
well.
let's go.
Oh, there's like a back door here, kind of thing.
We're on the ground floor, Adam, so I'm going kind of quickly. Hey, wouldn't they trap things, maybe? If there were bad guys living in a fake haunted house?
For
Probably.
sure. And I would look for a cellar. That's the obvious place you're going to put a lair.
Okay, hey, footprints. Any footprints down this hallway?
Are you looking for footprints here, Brock?
No, I'm not gonna do it. That seems like Braddock's able to do it pretty well.
Yeah, I could take a look if you'd like. I mean, I'm pretty good at this stuff, I guess.
Blind survival check here, Brannick. No, you don't see signs here. If they're around, you're not piecing them together.
Yeah, I was good at it, guys. But dice are going back to normal.
Maybe there's just
All right,
nothing
as
here.
you open that door, Brock, the only thing of note in the room is a clump of tiny red mushrooms growing around a fireplace in a semicircular formation. Otherwise, the room is bare.
mushrooms around the fireplace.
Aside from a large amount of plaster that has fallen from the ceiling, this room is bare.
This place sucks.
Okay, yeah, find a cellar. Good idea, Lucan.
Have we checked those doors up there?
Nope.
We're not even interested in the mushrooms. I mean, sometimes that stuff's pretty cool if you know.
No, we gotta lay in wait. We gotta find the treasure and get out of here. That way we won't have to fight anybody.
As you open that door, you notice two stuffed armchairs stand near the fireplace of this room. The covers of both have been torn and the stuffing has been pulled out, but the wooden frames are intact. A broken table lies on the floor on the north wall, or near the north wall.
Want me to check to see if these rooms are being used at all, or what?
Sure, I'm gonna open this.
Chairs in working order. Can you use those chairs?
What do you want to use them for?
Well, if there's a secret passage, maybe somebody's guarding it, and they're sitting in those chair. Means the secret passage, the doorway might be in that room.
It's very clever. I like it.
Actually, hey, Braddock, get up here. Check this corner for me real
I
quick.
was gonna check these, and you just like
Well,
to.
if we could find their stash, then we get out of here. Then we don't have to fight anybody. It was
Whoops,
steep.
sorry. Let me do that blind check thing. Pushing too many buttons.
And to clarify, you're looking for footprints once again, Braddock?
Yeah, seeing which one of these 3 rooms maybe, because this room here could be another lookout room or something. I don't
There's
know.
another one around the corner.
You're not seeing any signs here that make much sense to you of a direction.
It's kind of a swirl. I rolled really good, of course, but, DM just doesn't know how to give out good directions when you roll real well.
Yeah, you should open that door next to you.
He's not used to seeing those nat 20s on my, my dice rolls.
Is this rug in the center of the room in good condition, or is it just tatters?
It is not in good condition. It is very threadbare.
Am I able to?
Sorry,
Would I be able to
Aldrin
pull,
just opened a
okay.
door, so I want to give him a quick description here. At one time, a long table stood in the center of this room. Now it lies broken on the floor. A broken chair sits against the wall between the windows, and there is a heap of broken dishes in the northwest corner. As you look at that, I'm going to lock the tokens for 1 moment. So, Jiro, you're looking at this carpet or rug here in the main entrance area. What would you like to do here?
I just wanted to see if I could pull a few threads from it because I wanted to tie a bell across that front door.
You definitely can. Yeah, they're not very good. You probably have to sort of like tie some of them together just so they hold it up at all.
And then I'd like to tie a bell across that door.
And you're just tying it to the door handle so that if someone opens the door, it's going to make sound?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yep, we'll assume that is tied to the door.
Hey, what about that rug? What if it's hiding a cellar door?
I don't know if there's enough here to hide anything, but I assume there was enough there to hide something that I would have seen. Or do I need to make a roll for that?
If you're just trying to move the rug and see if anything's under it, is that what you like to do?
Yeah.
All right, so it like comes apart in your hands because it's so such poor quality, but you spend a bit of time here, say 5 minutes, just moving enough of it around in all of the squares that it covers, and just kind of looking at the ground to determine there's nothing there, and there is no trapdoor.
Not under this one. There was another rug in the other room to the west.
All right, Brock, looks like you've opened a new door. This kitchen is dirty and damp with patches of gray mold and cobwebs on the floor, walls, and ceiling. In the southwest corner is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above. Next to it, under the window, is a cracked and discolored stone sink. To the right of the sink, a small closed wooden cupboard is fixed to the wall about 5 feet above the floor level. Against the far wall, a flight of wooden stairs leads upward from west to east. The woodwork of the staircase is decayed and a few of the treads are missing.
All right, cellar. Cellar's by the kitchen, right?
Well, it's set upward, but yeah, check it out.
And don't forget, the footprints went in the other direction.
Found it.
As you open that door, you notice this room displays the effects of damp and decay more than most. Mold grows in patches on the floor, walls, and ceiling. A large copper cask, spit, discolored, and empty, stands under the window, with a small heap of crockery shards on the floor beside it. Stairs lead down into what is presumably a cellar.
There you go. Footprints. Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead, Brannick. Lead the way.
What time are we getting to? Are we getting to nighttime yet?
There is still light coming through the windows, but it has certainly gone down quite a bit, and it's not nearly as much light.
Do you want me to check around to see if this area here has been well used?
Yes.
You don't detect any pattern of footprints or any markings here, Brannick, that would lead you to believe one way or the other.
Yeah, this place been cleaned up pretty good. Who
All right,
knows?
I'm going down, boys. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Adam, I'm gonna head down. If you need to put me on another map, I'll wait.
Is everybody following quickly behind?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yep.
All right, let me go ahead and move you guys over there. All right, you descend the stairs and find yourself in the cellar. Let me give you a quick description of this. Shoulder height wooden bottle racks line the north and west walls here. There appear to be no intact bottles left in the racks, and shattered bottles cover the floor. Against the east wall at the foot of the stairs rest two large metal storage bins that appear to be empty. In the center of the room lies a human corpse clad in plate mail. A long sword lies by the corpse's right side, and a large shield covers its legs.
The hell?
It's in plate mail. You should check that out. I'm kind of anticipating this thing like popping up. Maybe this is the haunted part. This thing being like a zombie.
This is a
Adam.
really lame haunted house, I gotta say.
Adam, can I? Excuse me, Mr. DM in the sky. Could I take a medicine check and see what maybe killed this person?
You're trying to determine that just by glancing at him from a distance?
Yeah, I'll get a little closer, but I don't want gooey smell. I'll get there.
All right, as you get a little bit closer to the body, like within 5 feet or so, you notice immediately that the body is moving, and as you're looking in shock, thinking maybe what Aldrin just said is correct, that this creature is undead in some way, no, in fact, the body kind of explodes as these piles of maggot-like bugs pop out in two large swarms and start approaching.
Well, like I said, stay away from the body.
All right, so let's start at the top. Whoever has the highest with alert, let me know if you are choosing to use your alert to offer.
I'm going to keep it.
Okay. Jiro, I believe, is next.
Do you want to swap with me, Brock?
I think we're all, that's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
Okay, that sounds
Okay.
like a no. And then last, Brock, I think you have it as well.
No. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, so that's 2 no. All right, let me go ahead and add the enemies. Okay,
Can we
at the-
chain? That's I didn't realize. Can we chain that? If I would have swapped with Brock and then Brock swaps with, how does that work?
We could, yes.
Yeah, I think you guys did that last time. So yes, it is possible. We looked up the rules and it didn't say anything against it. So okay, we are at the top of the round with Lucan. Lucan, what would you like to do?
Brannick seems to be on my screen anyway, slightly between squares. Is he on the square right next to the body?
I was trying to whiskey my way over there without getting. I was trying to get like 7 feet away.
Mechanically,
look
he's
about
next
to
to
go
him. Yes.
Okay, shoot. Brannick, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cast. I think he's got like a jump scare from when these things moved out of the body. But he's gonna cast his ice knife on the top critter here.
Okay, let's see it.
You see it? Yuck.
I can't remember if this is right. Let's try this.
All right, you fire off your ice knife, and it does indeed connect with this swarm of creatures. Being that ice knife only targets an individual creature, go ahead and post damage. All right, you notice your ice knife is not very effective. After it hits the swarm, it then explodes. And then I believe it's a dex save for everybody within 5 feet. So I need two spell effect rolls from you, Lucan. And then Brannick, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Let's see. I
jumped back that 2.5 feet that I was.
I need another D6 on top of that. I'm sorry. You need from me 2 what kind of saves?
Spell effect rolls.
2 spell effect rolls. Okay. Oops. Shoot. I don't have those on my bar. That's my bad. Sorry, Adam. I'm not sure if you can grab those. I'll add those to my bar here.
I unfortunately can't add them for you because it's only on your end. I can walk you through how to get it real quick though. So
nope, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, that's on the macro mule, right?
Yes. Yep.
Spell effect. There we go. Show. There we go.
All right. So the first one manages to evade it. Go ahead and post the second one. That one does connect. So you said the total damage there was 5 and you had to add 2 more. I think you rolled 2, so 7 points of damage. Okay, so since that can affect multiple creatures, that seems to be fully effective.
I think that's a half damage on a save, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think it's no damage.
Yeah, that spell is no damage on the save.
Which is very good for Brannick because he succeeded.
Yeah.
Yay! That worked out well.
Brannick's thinking.
And then, of course, Lucan, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
If this is less than 10, I want to use my inspiration.
Okay.
I'm having trouble closing the macro mule now. Okay, come on. There we go. Con save.
All right, that's good enough. So no additional effects from your corrupted casting. Anything else on your turn, Lucan?
Nope. End turn.
Okay, next up is Aldrin.
All right, I'm gonna run there, and then I'm going to try to stab out at this group, and I will try to make if it hits, the damage will be radiant.
Okay. That is going to miss wildly.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I will cast the spell Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And I will end my turn.
Alrighty, this one here is going to attack Brannick. So Brannick, I need a defense roll from you, please. Yes, you managed to easily evade as all these slow-moving maggots seem to try to get on top of you. We'll move to Jiro.
They call me Tippy Toes.
Actually, take a step back and try to shoot this one with my crossbow. Pull the crossbow, shoot it.
All right, you try to shoot into this swarm of maggots. Let's see how it goes. It slams into the swarm. Go ahead and post damage. Yeah, your crossbow bolt does not seem to be particularly effective.
Bonus action dash. In my turn.
All right, Brannick.
I gotta say some words of wisdom on my staff. I don't even know which one looks even more ugly or damaged, but I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one to my west.
Okay.
With my bucket of quarterstaff.
Yeah, you slam down into this big horde swarm of bugs. Yeah, once again, not particularly effective.
Gooder than nothing.
All right, hopefully I've said that enough times that you guys get it now. I'm not going to keep repeating it over and over, but Brock, your turn.
Can I get to the next square to my left without feeling like I'm squeezed?
You'd be right up against these wine bottle racks, so I would say that would be squeezing.
Okay, then I'm gonna stay there. And then I'm gonna use my torch that I lit as an improvised weapon attack on the swarm.
And are you doing this your pugilist way of trying to hit with the butt, or you're trying to use the fire?
Trying to use the butt, because I'm
Okay.
gonna use the sap on him if I could. I'll try that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll try.
All right, you smash down with the butt of the torch, and yeah, that connects with some of the bugs. Does not seem particularly effective, and sap has no effect.
Okay. Then bonus action unarmed strike with my feet.
That will miss, unfortunately. You're not able to smash many of the bugs, not enough to have any effect. Okay, move over to 9 reads.
Okay. Move 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to recklessly attack the southern one.
Okay. Yeah, that will certainly hit.
And then I don't know if cleave triggers before or after. Let's check on
After you
that.
hit. So you hit, you deal damage, and then you can cleave.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, damaging them somewhat.
Okay, and then damage, right? On the second
The
one for
cleave
cleave.
has to hit, though, so you make a second attack.
Oh, okay, got it.
That will hit. So now it says on hit, second creature takes weapon damage, but you don't add your ability modifier. So you notice
So
that this
just
has.
1d12.
I will tell you, don't even bother rolling. You notice it has nearly no effect.
Oh, really? Okay.
Anything else,
Um,
9 reads?
That's interesting. No, I end my turn.
All right, this one is going to attack Aldrin. Aldrin, I need a defense roll, please.
Okay. Is my cloak effective or no?
No.
Okay.
You managed to evade as all these bugs are trying to roll on top of you. Lucan.
So Lucan is just going to try to blast one of the southernmost ones cold. He realizes he might only get one bug, but it's worth a try.
All right. Yes, it does hit, killing one of the bugs.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Looks like that went to Lucan again for some reason. Let's move to Aldrin.
All right. I'll try to stab out with the trident.
Yeah, that will connect.
Okay. And it would have
Alrighty.
been radiant damage if that does anything different.
It does not.
Okay. I will attempt to topple it if I can. I don't think that's going to work, but
It is immune to the prone condition.
okay. And then what else can I do here? I don't think there's anything useful, so I will end my turn. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't think it has enough HP. I was gonna potentially react, but I don't think that'll do anything.
All right, this one is going to go for Brannick. So Brannick, I need a defense roll. Yeah, you easily avoid these slow-moving maggots to move to Jiro.
All right, I'm going to try to shoot that swarm
Okay.
with the crossbow.
Yeah, bolt definitely hits into some of the maggots. All right, yeah, it did kill some of them.
Sublime reaction.
All right, Sublime Demise. This does indeed work, and you kill this swarm, and you will gain 1 TP.
Nice.
All right, we move to Brannick.
All right, I may as well take the flank here. I'm gonna go ahead and shillelagh this guy. Oh, guys or gals or yeah. Mm-hmm.
That will connect. All right, killing some of them.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stay there. I'm in my turn.
Okay, Brock.
All right, now I'm gonna try to burn him with my torch, Adam.
Okay, so make an attack with the torch. Okay, that will hit. You notice as you apply flame to them, they are susceptible to flame. Unfortunately, a torch deals very small amount of fire damage. You do burn and kill some of them, but you realize this tiny amount of flame doesn't do a lot.
All right, bonus actions, stomp.
All right. Yeah, you'll hit and manage to stomp some. All right, more of the maggots are squished underfoot.
Well, I'm gonna try to squish a little harder with some sublime demise.
Unfortunately, it does not work. Okay, 9 reads.
Okay, I'll crush the bugs. I'll do this recklessly.
Okay. Yeah, 13's good enough. Okay, and that is enough to knock the bugs to the point where they look like they're mostly dead. Based on turn order, essentially it's at 0 HP.
Oh, you can't reaction. Never mind.
Not when it's at 0 HP. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that, but you guys will get enough turns to kill them before they have a chance to spring back up. So we are out of combat, folks.
Well, that was
This
gross.
is not haunted. Like, this is not a haunted house. I want my money back.
You thought it would be really haunted?
It's supposed to be a haunted house. This is all just fake rumor.
Me thinks Ned want money back too.
Maybe. Hey, what happened to this guy's plate armor? Is that...
It's there. It looks nasty. It's touched with corpse. It stinks. It's rancid.
Anybody got that fancy
WD-40? No, don't have any.
prestidigitation spell? Clean it up? No? Okay, I guess we can leave it. It's gross, but
How long's it been here?
I don't know.
You might be able to salvage some of it.
Well, I can look around and I can look to see if maybe some of these walls, maybe there's like a hidden door behind some of these, these cases and stuff.
Gotta be behind one of these racks or behind this
like
thing.
this fireplace thing, I bet.
All right, Adam, I'm going to search the body.
Okay, you're moving the body to search it, like underneath it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how long this thing's been here, if he's been a city guard, or what affiliation is he with.
Okay, go ahead and throw me a blind medicine check. Yeah, you're not necessarily great at determining like time of death or anything like that. Hard to say. You know, there's still flesh here, so it's not like bones where it would have been, years and years. So you think it's sometime in the last months, but you're not sure closer than that. As you're looking around the body and kind of moving about, you notice that underneath the body is a pack. And as you open that pack, you can see it's an explorer's pack, but without the rations and water.
And there's no identification if he's affiliated with city guard or anything like. He looks like he's got.
You don't see any symbols on him. You don't see any like regalia that would identify him as being part of any order or city or anything like that. No.
That's disgusting.
All right, moving over to Jiro and Lucan. You guys said you're searching that fireplace for signs of secret doors?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and one of you that wants to take the lead, blind investigation check.
I'll take this if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Make sure your token is selected there, Jiro.
Yep. Oh, of course. There we go.
All right, yep, got it that time. Okay, you do notice in the chimney itself, above, like as you reach in your hand hits something, and you touch it, and you realize it's a lever.
I got something here. Heads up. Activate.
All right, you're pulling the lever.
Yep.
All right, as
Go,
you
Gadget.
pull the lever, you hear the sound of stone moving as this section of wall to your south suddenly opens. The moment it does, you hear a gasp from the other side, and I'm going to put us into initiative order. All right, going down. I think Lucan's our first alert. Lucan, are you offering?
No, I think I'm gonna. I want the first action.
All right, Jiro, are you offering?
Yeah, 9 reads.
9 reads. Would you like to switch
Yeah.
with Jiro?
Yes, I accept.
All right, you two swap. And then lastly, Brock, are you offering?
No, I can stay back. These guys need to act first.
All right, fair enough. Let me resort, make sure we've got everybody where they're supposed to be. All right, let me go ahead and add in the Gaspers. Okay, and that takes us to the top of the round with Brannick acting first. I'm going to switch up our music, but Brannick, take it away.
Adam, I can't see all the way in there. I can just see what I can see. So, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Fairy Fire. I'm going to go ahead and call upon the winds and some lights kind of go into that area.
All right, go ahead and point to me where the center of your Fairy Fire is going to be after you post your Fairy Fire spell.
Yeah, so it's only a 20-foot radius. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, it says here 20-foot radius. 20-foot square is what it says.
10-foot radius. Yeah, so what is the center
Oh,
of the
it
radius?
says it's just 20 foot on the screen, so maybe it's 20 foot total, I'm guessing. I
Yeah,
don't know.
10-foot radius equates to a 20-foot cube, yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do what I can see. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this.
All right, so you're hitting it there. So everything within 10 feet of there. Please throw me a spell effect roll. All right, you cast this out, and you see a bunch of this. What color dust is your Fairy Fire?
It's blue, of course.
A bunch of blue dust flows through the air. The one target you can see seems to avoid the worst of this and is not covered in it.
All right, then I got to go over there and end my turn, and I'm going to say, there's another one down there.
All right, make sure to deduct that spell slot and do spell slot reporting for me.
Yeah, I'll have to find that my macro. I've already used the spell slot, but I'll find the macro there for it. I don't think I added it.
All right. All right, from the other side, or through this doorway, you hear, "Come on, boss, we got intruders!" Okay, Lucan.
Lucan's gonna call out, "Don't go in the door. Let them come to us." And I'm going to use. I created a scroll last week of grease. I want to cast that right in front of the door.
All right, so remind me what's in your hands at the moment.
Nothing. I got nothing in my hands.
All right, so you interact with the object, and the scroll is one of the items on your belt.
It is. Yep, it's marked as a belt item.
All right, excellent. So you produce that as interactive object. You use your action to cast the spell of grease. Go ahead and point exactly where you want the center of that to be. All right, right in front of the door. Got it. Okay, let me look at the spell description real quick. All right, 10-foot square centered on that point within range. So 10-foot square.
Oh, it's bigger than I expected. Shoot. I would have actually. Sorry, if I knew it was 10 feet, I would mark it right there. It still might trip up one of my allies, but yes.
Okay, so how I'm going to rule this then, 10-foot square is going to be...
Sharp.
Like
that
that?
Works.
All right.
That works.
Okay, I'm going to draw that in real quick just so we have it. Anything else?
That is it. I'll end my turn and take that off my sheet.
All right, Aldrin, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna move there. I can't see anything, so I will ready an action to throw my trident at a creature that gets within range, which is trident throw range is 20 feet. Actually, it'll be Eldritch Blast range, so anything within 120 feet, if I see it, I'll ready my action to do that. So I have to basically stow the trident to do that as a object interact.
All right, so your object interaction is stow your trident, and then you're readying to cast a spell if you see someone within range.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And I will end my turn.
All right, 9 reads.
Okay, I'm going to move 5, 10 to here. And then I'm going to bonus action rage. And then I'm going to action Dawn Shield. And action bonus action movement and end my turn.
All right, so just to clarify then, you have a shield on one hand, a great axe held in the other.
Or I guess action interact stow shield great axe.
Okay, so you have an empty hand and a shield.
That is correct.
All right, got it. Anything else?
Nope, end my turn.
All right, Jiro.
Action dash, get back to there. Action hide.
Okay, if necessary, I'll call for a check when needed. Or actually, you know what? It's blind right now, so go ahead and throw me a blind stealth check, because I can just keep that for when it comes up. Brock.
Okay, I'm gonna move down the door. I have a torch in hand, and I will ready my action, save my action. So use my reaction to light the grease on fire if an enemy steps on the grease puddle that I see.
Okay. Okay, the top of the next round. One moment. Okay, Baranik.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and well, I'm gonna move there. That's 5. I'll go back there for 10. I'm gonna try to shoot that guy with Ray of Frost.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me an attack. That is going to miss.
Ooh.
Okay. 15, 20, 25. I will end my turn there.
All right, go ahead and hit your end turn button. Okay, from the other room, you're going to hear, cat, mouse, get back up.
That guy just left. It must be another way out.
All right. Let's see. I think you can see this. Yes, Aldrin, you can see this. So you notice this guy pops up on this bed. If you want to take your ready to action, go ahead.
Yep, and like what everybody else will see is like me drawing my trident and throwing it, but it turns into like a single beam of energy, which then after the blast, the trident kind of appears back on his back. And here we go.
Yeah, that will slam into this guy. Go ahead and post damage. Okay, as it slams...
It's just 5. That custom wouldn't apply. That's for dueling.
Got it. Okay, he looks badly wounded, but not dead. Okay, on his turn, he is going to take a shot at you here, Aldrin. Defense roll. Yes, your cloak will apply to this. Yeah, you managed to evade that pretty easily. Okay, next up is Lucan.
Lucan's going to move 5 to here, 10 to here. 15 to there. Doesn't see. Oh, he sees the edge of somebody. 20 to there. Can I get a shot at him, Adam?
You sure can. He's going to benefit from cover, but yeah.
That's fine. I'll fire Ray of Frost.
That is going to miss wildly.
Oh, okay. And I will then take my last 10 feet to go back to there. And then my turn.
Hey, Lucan,
right.
can you get rid of this grease? We got to get in there, and they're not coming to us.
Lucan, you're in a half space. I'm going to move you to a full space. Feel free to answer that question, but it's Aldrin's turn.
I'll try.
All right, I'll move here, and then here, and here. Can I see this guy? That was the same thing. I'm assuming it's cover, but
Yep.
all right. I will do the same thing. So, Eldritch Blast at him.
That is going to miss
gonna
wildly.
miss regardless. Yeah. Okay, and I'll take a step over here so he can't see me without moving himself, and in my turn here.
Okay, 9 reads.
Okay, I object interact to take out my trident, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna move. And grease is difficult terrain, right? Or
Yes, it
can
is.
it be Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna go there for 10.
All right, so as you step into the space, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Perfect.
14, I think, is good enough. Yeah, it must be based on this level. So you don't fall prone.
5 more. Or, sorry, 20 to there. And then 25. All right,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it... I'm going to recklessly attack.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. All right, you stab out at him and connect, wounding him.
And then this thing.
Okay, give me an effect roll.
Okay.
Yes, you do manage to knock him prone.
Awesome. Well, I don't have a second attack, which kind of sucks. Oh, I end my... I attack, so I don't need to... Okay, yeah, end my turn.
Hey, we don't have to kill him, just rough him up.
Jump over it, you baby.
All right, Jiro.
I'm going to set my lantern down.
I did not realize you were holding a lantern this entire time. Okay. Actually, yeah, I don't think that would make sense because it was light upstairs. Unless you typed in that you did a lantern. It looks like you have light on your token, which you shouldn't have. But yeah, I'm going to assume you don't have a lantern.
If you scroll up, I typed it in.
Oh, okay, you typed it in. All right, so then You set your lantern down, okay? And your lantern, what type of lantern was it again?
A hooded lantern.
All right, let me go ahead and get a lantern on screen for you. I think hooded is it 30/30, I think?
It's 30, and then if you pull the hood, then I think it's 5 or 10. Let me.
Is it safe to assume you had it like the normal way right now?
Yeah, normal 30.
All right, so I'm going to call it 30/30 for now. It's sat on the ground then.
And then I am also going to, if there's an action, then I'm going to bonus action hide. If that was free action, then I'm going to action hide.
So you already hid previously? I don't think you attacked or anything, right?
Oh, so I don't have to do that. I don't have to repeat that every turn?
No, the roll that you made stays in effect until you move or take an action or leave your spot of hiding.
Okay, then I will.
Now, again, keep in mind, you're standing next to a big, bright, glowing lantern. So hiding, anybody that can look there is going to see you, obviously.
Right, but I'm kind of like things are happening. I don't know if people are taking the time to look around, but that includes me. And so I'm going to hold my action to shoot at somebody who's not us that I can see. Comes through that door.
All right, fair enough. Okay, Brock, you're up next.
I may be a dumb MMA boxer, but I'm not going to carry my torch through grease. So, can I drop my torch there, please?
You can't free, but you can interact with the object, yes, and drop it there.
Okay, because I see light inside.
Jump it, you fool! It's not even flammable.
Okay, stepping in there.
All right, dexterity saving throw when you step in there.
If I fail, I'll do inspiration.
Lucan, what is your DC?
That's a good question. What would I... That's my...
Should be right on your character sheet.
It's under spells at the top. You should see what your intelligence DC is.
13.
Okay, so that'll be a failure. So you're burning your inspiration, Brock. Roll again. Okay, so it's difficult terrain, but you stay upright.
20. 30. So, unarmed strike now with nothing in my hand. So here comes a couple of punches, I imagine.
Okay, that will hit. All right, you smash down, wounding him badly. He looks unconscious.
Okay, bonus action, kill him.
Okay, you punch down and you do indeed kill him.
Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 30 to there.
All right, coming out of the doorway, 9 reads, you have an angle to see this gentleman. You notice as he comes in this area, spots you, he says, the mighty Sandblatt will deal with you quite quickly. And you see he waves his hand as he makes an arcane incantation. And 9 reads, I'm going to need you to give me 3 defensive rolls at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me select my token.
You are hit 3 times. All right, make sure I got this guy selected. All right, I believe I have counted 21 points of fire damage to 9 reads.
And half because I'm resistant to fire.
Okay.
So 10?
Yes, round down. All right, top of the round, Brannick. Or actually, you know what? I'm so sorry, Brannick. We are 5 minutes after. Does everybody want to do one more round or end it here?
We'll continue.
One more.
All right, one more round. Go ahead, Brannick.
Oh man, I ran up, I ran down. Gotta do it again, huh? Oh, my stubby little legs. Okay, that's 15. All right, I am going to hold my action because I won't be able to make it through the door. I'm going to hold my action, Ray of Frost, whatever I see.
Okay. Alrighty, this guy is going to run out. And with longbow in hand, he is going to take 2 shots at 9 reeds. 9 reeds, I need 2 defensive rolls. You are going to be hit twice again. So that's going to be 4 and 3 since you're raging for another 7 points of damage. As you are struck by these attacks, you are hamstrung. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet. Okay, Lucan.
Can Lucan drop the grease spell?
I don't think it's concentration, so I don't believe so.
All right. Yeah, I don't think it's concentration either. It's not.
I thought we ruled last campaign that you could do that even when a spell wasn't concentration. You could just end it whenever you wanted. Because I think, didn't Blink have something like that?
I don't recall. I'm happy to do a quick double check.
Yeah, I think it was in like just like canceling a spell or something like that.
Well, one thing's true. You could drop it out of your turn. You can drop it any time. If you can drop it.
On a quick look, what I'm seeing is cannot be ended early by caster because it does not require concentration.
Okay.
Okay. I will move 15 feet to there. I don't see anything. 20 feet to there. I still don't see anything. Shoot. And I will move.
He's around the corner to my left, and the other one's on the farther side of the room.
I can't see him. I'll move to here. I will ready my action to see if I see one of those foes that Brock has described. I'll fire my Ray of Frost. Otherwise, I will end my turn.
Okay, Aldrin.
Okay, I will start running down. Can I possibly jump over this? I know there's a door in the way, so maybe not.
It's going to be pretty challenging, but you can make an athletics check to try, but if you fail, yeah, you basically hit the thing and fall prone in the grease.
Okay, I mean, I might as well just run through if that's the case. If I fail this check, I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
So that was 5 there, so that's 15 to get to there, is that right?
Yep, and then dex save.
Okay, that's it.
I think that was right on the money, so I think you're good.
All right, so that's 15, so that's 25. 30, right?
Yep.
And then 35 to there. Okay, well, I can see this guy, and I believe that's within 120 feet, so I will take a shot at him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yeah, that'll connect.
And that would be 8, not 10.
All right, your spectral trident flows across the air, strikes into this opponent.
Okay, and that will end my turn.
Okay, 9 read speed is reduced by 10 feet. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 2 doors. A 20 to here. I kind of have an interesting conundrum here because I think I need the bonus action to extend rage, and I cannot use a bonus action to drink a healing potion.
Choices.
And honestly, that's well, I can just rage again because I got 2 of them. So I'm gonna drink the healing potion, and I will action dodge.
Okay. So remind me, what is in your hands right now?
Oh, a shield and a trident.
Okay, so remember, you have to have a free hand in order to drink a potion.
Object interact, stow, trident, drink, potion, bonus action.
Unfortunately, you have to have object interaction in order to put the potion to your hand and then use your bonus action to drink it. So we went through this last time. Unless you're making an attack, which then allows you a free, like, stow, you can't drop your weapon and draw a potion and drink it all in the same turn.
Can I just attack nothing to do that?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna bonus action extend rage and
Now hang on one sec.
action.
Just to clarify, you can use your action if you don't want to dodge. You could use your action, interact with object to stow the trident, use your action to grab the potion, and then use your bonus action to drink it, but you won't be dodging in that case.
I think it's worth it to do it this way. I think it's fine.
The,
then at least I
the
keep
first
rage.
way, the way you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm with you. Yep.
And then I will end my turn.
Okay, now just double checking the whole rage deal. So lasts to the end of your turn and ends early if you don't have your blah, blah, blah. Rage, okay, if rage is still active on your next turn, you can extend rage for another round by doing one of the following. Okay, so you didn't do any of those things, so yes, you're right, your rage will end. Okay, moving to Jiro.
I thought he said he was going to use the bonus action to extend it.
We went through 2 options there. I want to make sure I didn't mess up, James. Were you using bonus action to extend rage?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So yes, you are good then. Okay, Jiro.
30 feet. Bonus action dash.
All right, dexterity saving throw once you enter there. Call that square difficult terrain. That will be a failure, and you will fall prone.
Action. Get back up.
So that's half your movement. How much speed have you used so far?
That would be all my movement because it's 5 and then 10, 15 to get there, 15 to stand up. I'd be out of movement.
Okay, sounds good. So you're standing, but no movement. Okay, we move to Brock.
Hey guys, this is a large room. We need all bodies in here. Step up to there. I see a door. Is this a bed, right? Like a
Yes, those are
bed?
cots to your left.
Okay, I'm going to shenanigans. I'm going to go back. I'm gonna go back here, and I will dodge. Need range.
Okay. All right, the door will open, 9 reads, as you see this guy step out. He sees you really close next to him and motions with his hand really quick. And you see really right next to you, these 3 bright glowing arrows just smack into you one after the other. And you will take 10 points of force damage.
That will drop me.
All right, so 9 reads drops to the ground from that damage. We move to the top of the next round. We're going to go ahead and pause it here, guys. What I will say is you hear the sound of more opponents approaching from the west. You can hear like a general shout kind of goes up. I'm going to go ahead and add those folks in. But yeah, we'll go ahead and pause it here, guys. We'll pick up next week and continue the exploits here. Hope everybody enjoyed this session. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Had a good
Thanks,
week.
Adam.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.